I welcome you all once again to this USA mock session where you have live simulation of events that happens at the United States of America Embassy. Kindly test your microphones. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Test your microphones now and let's see everything is in order.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. This is your favorite host, the King of Owambe, live and direct.
Good evening.
Nice having you around. Uche, Jasper, Patience, Niniola, Wane, Zigizan, Abdul, Isi. I welcome you all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And I welcome myself, the King of Owambe himself.
Good evening.
It's an opportunity to have you. Tosin Ibrahim, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you all for coming around. Jefferson, you are most welcome. I hope you are all having a wonderful time wherever you are. And it is my pleasure to crack you off just a little bit. Is it really true that petrol now sells for as close to 1,000 naira in Nigeria? Is it really true?
All right, okay.
Zigizan, is it really true that petrol now sells for 1,000 naira in Nigeria? Niniola, Steve, Wane, Tosin, is it true? Unmute your microphone and speak.
Not true. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's not 1,000 naira yet.
Where I live is 850.
There's no difference between it and 1,000 there, guy. It's almost the same thing.
Steve, don't mind them. Now grammar they confuse them. When I say, is it true that petrol now sell for almost 1,000 naira? That means anything above 500 naira is approximately 1,000 naira. And I'll go school now. I told you you never see me coming. Don't worry. I will catch you. Tonight is another night. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting our list ready. Get your pen and paper if you wish to be interviewed so that you can pick a number between 1 to 10. So, are you ready to pick? And are going to be having a record version of this. Can one be interviewed without one's video turned off? Jasper, your English is confusing my brain. Are you trying to say, can one be interviewed without you turning on your video, not turning off your video? I don't do audio interview alone. I don't do audio. I do video. I must see your face. I must be able to judge your eye composure. I must be able to see you, how you are answering my questions. I must be able to see all of that. So, in essence, you must turn on your video to be interviewed. You must have your video on to be interviewed. So, all right, Chinozo, noted number 10. So, you must have your video turned on for you to be interviewed by me in this mock session. So, you already have number 10. That's good. Please go ahead, Abdubaki.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Although this is my first time joining this great mind here. I don't know how I'm gonna choose a number.
Just type a number. Just type a number in the chat box. That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Number 1 is taken. Number 2 is taken. Number 7 is taken. Number 10 is taken. So, faster. It's a game of the fastest fingers first now. As your date is getting closer, you know that you have to do what you have to do. You have to do what you have to do. You have to do what you have to do. Zigizan, where are you from?
Benue.
Can you please tell me the meaning of your name?
Yeah.
Tofila.
Yeah.
Tofila, you can't be number 10. Messi, if you wouldn't mind, let me put Tofila at number 8. I was about saying number 9. So I'll put Tofila at number 8, please. I'll put Tofila at number 8. Abdul Isa.
That's fine.
Abdul Isa just did what was in my mind. I wanted to put your sister before you, but you know, it is what it is. And there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. So, number 5 is Dennis. So, please, let's be fast about it. We'll be kicking off now. These are the simple rules we'll be adopting. Number 1, this video will be recorded, and can we all hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, can you all hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Good. This video is being recorded and is going to be uploaded for educational purposes only. So please be cautious, and your conversation, be mindful of others. Please be cautious and be mindful of others. Please, please, do not be rude. Do not be rude. I am begging you. Do we have any question? Is there anything you don't understand? Let us know now, because I wouldn't want you to be caught unawares. Please, respect is reciprocal. Please go ahead, Chibuzo Wani.
Okay, good evening. Sorry, I know we have not started, but there's a question I wanted to ask. I actually sent you this question on the WhatsApp. I wanted to know how one can answer a question regarding the
What did I say you should do, Chibuzo? I said join the mock session and you will learn in the process. If
Okay,
at the end of the session you have not been able to have your curiosity taken care of, then we'll open up the injury and do a proper surgery. Yes or yes?
yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Zigizan, I wanted to ask you a question. Are you ready to answer me?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you sure? Don't activate your camera now. Do you sing?
Yes, I sing.
Have you ever tried singing a Jamaican song? Any Jamaican song?
No, I don't know Jamaican language.
You don't need to know Jamaican language before you can try to sing. You can sing English songs with Jamaica tempo. Have you
Yes,
tried that?
yes,
Have
I
you
have.
tried that?
Yes, I have.
How does it flow?
It's reggae. You want me to sing the song?
I say, how does it flow? As in, when you sang it, did the people like it compared to the normal English songs you sing? That's my question.
Yes, they did.
Don't give up on your dreams. I've never seen you before. I don't know you from Adam. and I might not be opportune to see you in this life, but please, if not for now, I don't think I've spoken with you before, but please, now so the spirit carry and come, I say, make I deliver the message to you. That is all. So,
Thank you very much. Thank
you're
you.
most welcome. You're welcome. If you have any other question before we start, please throw it open and let's see how we can quickly do justice to it. If there's none, we'll kick off with our number one today. And it is my pleasure to let you know that we still have just one vacant slot. We still have number 3. Space number 3 is still vacant. Space number 3 is still vacant. So, if you wish to be interviewed, you might not even have a date yet, but if you put your preparation in top gear, you can be rest assured that you'll be better prepared than when the pressure is on. So, all right. So, we have a complete list tonight. Under 15 minutes. This is a wonderful record. I am thrilled. I am encouraged to do more. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's going to go. When I call your number, you activate your camera and you unmute your microphone. I ask you some series of questions. You give me an answer. I can intermittently cut you short. That is also possible. So don't think I will always allow you to finish whatever statement or epistles you want to say. That is how it happens. As I've said, it's a live simulation of what happens where you are going. And bear with me, my questions might be tough, my questions might be hard, but if you are able to say through this, and God helps us with the other ones, you will certainly be joining us in the United States very, very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, may I call upon number 1. All right, Abiodun Christie. Before we kick off with number 1, Christie, you are raising up your hand. Do you have any question for us, or it was by a mistake you are raising up your hand? Abiodun Christie, I assume that was a mistake.
That is not a mistake, sir. Good evening, sir.
How long will it take you to quickly respond? We are waiting for your question,
Sorry,
please.
Hello?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, sir. This is actually my first time of joining. I joined late, so I did not hear all of the things that was said before now, but I just have a question that brought me to the platform. In my own case, my interview will be on July 11th, and I don't have funding, one, and I chose to be the sponsor. It's a self-sponsor funding, so I'm actually funding my tuition fee. So I've been hearing a lot of information from other students that in most cases when you are doing a self-funding, you might not get the visa and all of that. That is a red flag. So I just want to hear from this group and also to join for the sake of the pre-interview process, so as to learn better. So that was why I raised up my hand when I came in. I'm sorry.
It's not a sorry case. I don't like the word SORRY. Please try as much as possible to abstain using it in my meetings. It's not, I don't like it. It's my personal own thing.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
That's
Sir.
number 1. Number 2, It will surprise you that people that are even going for PhD with full funding usually gets denied. What about that? Have you heard of that before?
Yes, I've been hearing of that
So
recently.
if you hear of a situation whereby we have a PhD candidate who is fully funded and is getting denied, who are you to determine your own justice and not put the good things under your profile?
Mm.
So I will ask you 3 basic questions that I asked somebody during the week and the person failed the question gallantly.
Whoa.
Yes, it's a very, very simple question. And the person who happens to be not a secondary school leaver is a graduate, at least. After secondary school, I spent at least 4 years in the university. The person failed the question. The question goes thus: when did you join our group? How many mock sessions have you attended? How many interviews have you been able to participate in while you interviewed? How many interviews have you yourself partook in? So can you answer the same question, Christy?
This is my first time of joining, sir. I joined today and I've not attended any mock interviews so far.
Well,
on the group.
I can manageably give you 50%. I can confidently say you did a bit better than that person because I actually asked you 3 questions, you answered 1, and I gave you an opportunity, a silence period, which is also a question. That silence period, when your visa officer keeps quiet, he expects you to go more, he expects you to expatiate, be elaborate. But you didn't quickly grab that opportunity. You did not know until your subconscious informed you that, you can still speak more. No problem. One final question for now. Did you put your name on the list that you want to be interviewed?
No, sir. I did not put my name on the
I
list.
have added your name to number 11. You must ensure you stay, learn, and be a better person. Your time is very short, and it will surprise you. You don't know so many things. In fact, I bet it with you, if they ask you what is the arrangement of your name, you might get confused. I'm not saying this to make you feel sad, but I'm just telling you that we have so many things to learn. Having said that, may I have the singular honor as the king of Owambe, the one and only whom God has helped, calling upon Mercy Ben Ebong, our number 1 candidate for today. Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, good evening.
This one you are doing like Yaludi. You are ready for the king of Owambe, Abi? Bring it on, I'm ready for you. I'm at home. Oh goodness.
Always ready.
You took pap made with millet, right? And you added Baileys. And you now say the king of Owambe, I'm ready for you. Don't worry. Today is
I'm
your
ready
day.
for
I will
you.
deal with you. I will deal with you today.
Uh,
Abiodun Christie. Abiodun Christie. This is your sister here, and
Okay, sir.
you will be surprised and amazed at the first 3 questions I'm going to ask her. It will nearly destabilize her. That goes for everybody. She has been preparing,
okay.
it's not today, but I am telling you, I'm not saying this to scare you, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. Mercy, take a deep breath. Relax. You know how we do this.
I'm ready.
Good morning, documents, please.
Good morning. Here are my documents.
Wow. You're going to my alma mater. That's interesting. How did you hear about this school?
The school was recommended by a mentor of mine. She gave me a list of schools. I made my research and narrowed the answers and narrowed down the schools to 3 schools, which this particular school was one of those schools.
How much is your school fees?
I have a deficit of $40,000 US. My school fee, my tuition fee is $20,000.
How do you intend to take care of this?
My auntie, Marianne Olakwade, will be funding my education. She's a lawyer. She earns between 150 to 170 million naira annually. She works with Tinker Limited. Now, Tinker Limited is one of the biggest importation and exportation companies in Nigeria. In addition to that, she, as a barrister, she consults for private clients and companies. She also has a duplex, a shopping duplex on Lagos Island. And as a responsible adult, I have some savings of my own, which I'll be using for my flight ticket, my personal shopping.
How do you intend that your educational background is going to help you prepare ahead for the journey?
Pardon me, I didn't get your question.
How do you think your educational background is going to help you with the journey you're about to embark upon?
I graduated from Covenant University where I studied banking and finance. I had a CGPA of 4.7, so I'm already used to studying. I'm already used to being a bookie, right? And I currently work in a fintech company, and I'm a senior associate in a fintech company. I'm already used to leading people. So with this background, I believe that I'll be able to scale through my MBA in management.
Tell us about this town you're going to.
I'm going to New York City, which is one of the most famous cities in America. New York City is popularly known for the Statue of Liberty. It's very well populated. One of the most business, most companies, and it's a business environment actually. And yes, New York City is very cold.
How do you plan to adapt to the cultural differences in the United States?
I speak English fluently. All of my education background has been in English, so I speak English fluently. Communication wouldn't be a problem. I also have purchased winter clothes because I know that the United States of America is cold. I have a winter cloth for my trip, winter jacket for my trip. Upon my arrival, I've made plans to purchase other winter clothings. I've also Sorry, I was distracted by that message that just dropped. I've also been in touch with the facility manager of my apartment, and she's assured me that my rooms have heating facility, and I'm aware of the different gender types. However, I'm straight, but I'm not biased about any gender difference. Talk about food. We have similar food like yam, rice, and spaghetti. So I wouldn't miss the Nigerian food that much. And also, there are Nigerian restaurants in America, so that would make up for the food difference.
How long will you be staying in the United States of America?
I'll be in the United States for 2 years as my course runs for 2 years, from September 2024 to September 2026.
What do you know about your university?
Berkeley College was established in 1983. The mascot for Berkeley College is Knights. The student to teacher ratio is 22 to 1. Berkeley College is known and is big on leadership programs. We have 2 major
What would this
campuses, New
course do
York
for
and
you?
New Jersey. An MBA in management will make me a certified manager, which this will enable me, make me eligible to take up a managerial role at my current place of work, which upon return. Now, one of the major reasons I'm going for my master's program now is because I had a discussion with my direct line manager who recommended me for a promotion, but she advised that I take up a master's degree, as this would make me more eligible for the role. I believe that with this degree, I would acquire enough skills to make me an exceptional leader.
If your auntie decides to withdraw as financial support, what becomes of your dream?
Oh, I'm very certain that my auntie would not pull out. She paid my way through my BSc, and I went to the best and most expensive private university in Nigeria, and she funded fully. I didn't have to go to school late. I didn't have to resume late because of school fees or accommodation or feeding issues. So
Are
I'm very
you a
sure that
lesbian?
no, I'm not a lesbian, but I have no gender bias.
Do you plan to engage in any form of work while in the United States?
This visa you'd be approving would allow me 20 working hours a week. I would be glad if I'm offered jobs, if I see a job opportunity that would give me an appropriate experience so that I don't just come back to Nigeria with book knowledge but practical knowledge. Now this would be an additional advantage to me. This would make me more productive at my current place of work. It would also give me an advantage in the labor market as a whole.
What do you think has been the biggest challenge facing your area of discipline, and how do you intend to address it?
I would say that the biggest challenge facing my current field is the fact that most managers are not certified. People take up the managerial role just because they've gathered experience. So this becomes they have a problem managing team members and also managing. I'm also delivering on the job. Most times deliver on the job, but they create a toxic work environment. They have the most productive and happy most productive and best employees leave the company. I believe that a certification in management is the perfect way to solve that problem, and that's why I'm going for an MBA. I'm hoping that I believe that I'll be a manager with a difference. I'll be able to manage both human and non-human resources.
Do you have any question for me?
No, I don't.
Yeah, one final question before I make my decision.
Okay.
Don't you think going for this course in Nigeria will give you a upper hand? You'll be able to save your money and be able to at least get the best value for your course of study.
The best investment anyone can have is education, investing in your education. So costs should never be a factor to think about when going to school, as long as you can afford good education. Now, I going to the United States of America because when it comes to educational quality, the United States of America has the best quality. Also, when you talk about fintech, because I work in a fintech company currently, when you talk about fintech, America is the best so far, so good. I want to go to America specifically because of the quality of education I'll be getting. And currently, I work in the recruitment team of my company, and I see that my company and other companies, sorry, I had a call. I see that my company and other companies are very intentional about international students. Let's just say international students are really sought after in the market. I want to be one of those.
I'll be approving your visa. It will take 4 working days to arrive. I wish you all the best in your educational pursuit.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I've come this far. I don't like your presentation today. Yes. To start with, the way you are answering the questions is not expected of someone with this value and volume of experience. You have done so much work to come around and present this way. Yes, I put it to you. And you are quite aware, if you compare the last 3 rehearsals with this one you just did, you know that you won't give yourself higher value that you'll have scored yourself in the other ones. We are running out of time. Please saddle your boat very well. Before I continue, do we have anyone who has any question, observation, or correction for Mercy? Anyone? Observation, correction for Mercy, please. All right. So let me put one question straight to you. In what area do you think you have not been able to satisfactorily answer my question?
I think I think I said a couple of I think I had my mind wander around everywhere, and I think my energy was not the same.
Please, I don't know what you're thinking, but when you're in a place like this, you need to be physically and mentally present. You need to be physically and mentally present. It is not enough for you to just come and attend. Fine, you have the focus, your eye contact, everything was excellent, but the words that were coming out from your mouth needs to be accurate. They need to align with that composture you're having. I wish you all the best in your presentation, and we are
Thank you,
hoping
sir.
to hear good news on Tuesday.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be calling upon our number 2, Ayatullah Niniola.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you see me?
Good morning. How are you doing
Sorry,
today?
good evening, rather. Sorry, I'm for perfect light.
It
Yeah.
is early in the morning where I am. Good
Oh,
morning.
good
How are
morning,
you?
sir. I'm fine, sir.
You know how the drill goes?
Yes, I do.
Is this your first time here with me?
This is my second time here with you.
Okay. How did the first one go?
It didn't go so well because I've not really prepared and I've not gotten a date back then. But this time, I think I've tried my best and now I have a date. So I think I should be able to perform better than the last time. Yeah.
You think you have tried? You think? Okay.
Yeah, I can't judge my performance. Like,
Don't worry. Don't
yeah.
worry. Don't. Since you say you are thinking, let's confirm your thinking capability and judge by the foregoing. Good
Okay.
morning, documents, please.
Good morning. Here are my documents.
Why have you chosen this university?
I chose St. Cloud State University because of its excellent electrical program and strong emphasis on physical experiments. During my research and comparing this institute to other universities, I realized St. Cloud State has a faculty that is strong on research and teaching. And
Niniola, your zeal is dropping. Your zeal is dropping.
my what?
Your zeal, your enthusiasm is dropping. What's the problem?
Okay, sorry. But because I'm not at home right now. That's why.
Something is wrong with your state of mind.
Okay.
Can you quickly go to toilet or something? Or are you okay where you are? Is the door locked? Please, your state of mind needs to be right. You need to be here with us.
Yeah, okay. I'm all right now. I'm all right.
What is your cost of attendance?
My cost of attendance is 26,000, and I have a $18,000 scholarship with a deficit of $8,000.
How do you intend to take care of this deficit?
My parents will be sponsoring for my deficit. My mom is an accountant at PwC, and she owns 5 big textile shops in Lagos and 3 showrooms. And my dad is an civil engineering consultant to the Lagos State Ministry of Road and Maintenance. They will both be collaborating to fund my deficit rather, as they've funded my brother in University of Edinburgh.
When did you finish your first degree?
I finished my first degree at Yaba College of Technology.
When did you finish your
Oh,
first
when?
degree?
Oh, I finished January 21st, 2024. Yeah.
And you want to proceed immediately for your master's?
Yes, sir.
When is school resuming?
The school is resuming August 1st, 2024.
What happens to your National Youth Service Corps?
I'll be coming back for my National Youth Service Corps after my master's because I realized my age is fast spent on me wasting time on my education. Because after my high school, I did a 2-year diploma and I went for STEM programs just to enlighten my on my writing on my course.
Tell me about your travel history.
Okay. I have traveled to United Arab Emirates. I went for the COP28 United Nations Climate Change Conference, and I've been to Ghana for a family visitation.
Obtaining a degree in this university, what will that do for you?
It will equip me with an advanced electrical knowledge and skills, which I can apply back to Nigeria's electricity problem, such as improving infrastructure and expanding electricity accessibility to Nigeria. Through international collaboration and partnership, I can bring back innovative solutions to combat Nigeria's electricity problem. And a degree from this institute will open leadership roles for me, both in public and private sectors, upon my arrival back to Nigeria.
Considering your course of study and with the resources available, I believe University of Lagos Akokai Yaba will have been a good choice, or University of Benin. Why have
Yeah,
you chosen the United States of America?
okay. I chose America because an engineering degree from United States is the most sought out degree in the world. It is the most respected degree in the world. And a degree from St. Cloud State University in particular will grant me an IEE membership, which I'll be ahead of the competition in my field and more competitive, which I can use to impact the growth, economical growth in Nigeria and improve the
Do you
electrical.
have any IEEE membership status?
Not right now, sir.
Not even the student IEEE membership?
So what did you say?
Not even the student membership?
Not right now, sir.
What do you think is the biggest challenge facing your field of discipline, and how do you intend to combat this?
Okay. The biggest challenge facing my course is lack of experts. Most people don't further on their education for BScs, masters, and other degree. Most people learn basic handwork because they think electrical engineering is just electricity, working, and hand job. So, due to the increasing demand in electricity, there is need for experts who can draw up innovative solutions and ideas to meet up with the demand.
Why not go for a PhD as against a master's degree?
I would like to go for my master's because there are certain knowledge I'll have to go through before getting to the PhD level. As an electrical engineering student,
There are
we, I,
certain knowledge you have to acquire, not go through. You don't go
okay,
through knowledge, you acquire knowledge.
okay, there are certain knowledge I have to acquire before getting to my PhD level, which PhD professors will not go back to because they expect me to have learned it in my master's.
Tell me about your city.
St. Cloud State is mostly a town. It's located in Minnesota with a population of about 26,000 people close to the Mississippi River. Just a laid back town with nothing really interesting going on, but it's a college town. So most of the town is St. Cloud State University, the college itself.
What motivated you to choose these schools amongst other schools you applied to?
The school has a strong emphasis on practical learning, and I compared St. Cloud State University to other universities I applied to, which I got admission into as well. St. Cloud State University has a very good faculty, and they are dedicated to teaching and research, which I can use the research when I come back to Nigeria to improve our energy problems in Nigeria.
Don't you think it would be a wonderful idea if you actually stay and use the Nigerian scenario to learn and build up yourself, as against going to learn about Nigeria from another place and coming back to implement what you have learned from Nigeria from another location back in Nigeria?
I'm not going out there to learn about Nigeria. I am going out there to learn innovative solutions and skills that I can use to develop my own country. Due to the bad electricity challenges in Nigeria, going out there and coming back with innovative solutions and international partnership and collaboration, I can help build up the electrical challenges in Nigeria.
Why would you want to study in the United States and invest this huge amount of money? If your dad and mom declines this offer, what becomes of your dream?
I chose to study in the United States because a degree from United States is the most sought out. An electrical degree from United States is the most sought out degree in the world, which will make me ahead of my competitions and be better in the industry. And my parents cannot pull out from sponsoring my education because they've sponsored my immediate brother to the University of Edinburgh, and they've sponsored me my whole life and my entire career path.
What's your post-graduation plan?
I'll be coming back to Nigeria firstly to complete my compulsory NYSC service. Then I'll be working. Then I'll be working on renewable renewable energy. I'm working on research for renewable energy to improve the quality of life of people in Nigeria. And I'll be joining the IEE membership IE means Institute of Electrical Electronics Engineers in Nigeria. With this degree, I'll have higher power over my competitors when debating for a project in the country.
How do you plan to settle in back into the Nigerian education system?
As a Nigerian student, before going out there, I know what it takes and require to study in Nigeria. So I'll use my experience from my BSc back to the Nigerian.
Ṣé mo gbé ẹ handicap ni? The questions are coming from my head, and I'm trying to just figure out where the VO will be wanting to attack you.
Yes.
So why will you allow me to just attack you and just grab you like that? Niniola, you have been doing well. So stand up and answer my question. Oh, yeah.
Pardon me,
yeah. No, I'm not saying you should stand up from your seat, as in rise up. Stand up, stand up in the sense of rise up in your mind, brace up to the occasion, and give me the answer that I need. Be the marking that you are. Okay. Let your father hear me speak and say, oh yeah, let him give you a tap on the back and say, you can do this, my boy. Please, go ahead.
Repeat the question, please.
The question to law, unless I rewind the video, and the video is still under recording.
Okay.
Okay, one last question for now. Can you describe your academic background and how it has prepared you for the journey ahead?
Okay. I graduated from Yaba College of Technology. I had my HND Yaba College of Technology.
My alma mater. So come meet me.
Okay. It is CGP of 3.46 out of 4.
So me.
Then I have 2 years experience in the STEM field, which I help young students learn how to work on electrical machines and operate electrical machines at Nesu Agbara factory. So as a trainer at Nesu Agbara factory, I have seen many opportunities for yeah.
Niniola, epo titan. When is your date?
July 8th.
I'll be approving your visa. But please, you have more work to do.
Yes.
Before I pass my judgment, do we have any comments, observation? Patience Joseph, please deactivate your camera. Joseph Patience, please deactivate your camera. Do we have any questions, comments, observation for Niniola, please? Patience Joseph, please deactivate your camera. Abdul Malik, Abdul Baki, Issa, deactivate your camera, please. Stop distracting us, please. Do we have any question for him? Why they are preparing their mind, whether they are afraid of their own questions? I would like to say that your eye focus, you're supposed to be focused on your camera. That represents the eye of the visa officer. I can score you confidently above 85%. Your zeal, enthusiasm towards answering the questions are top notch. I can also give it to you there. But you know, I was able to catch you unaware, just like I always say, you will never see me coming. And with that, you need to go and work on that. You need to have a broad heart that is able to receive any question and tackle it. That is the only area we are waiting for. Now, 2 more questions that are likely to be asked. I wouldn't know if we'll have an opportunity to meet again. You can prepare for this. Do you have any past projects you have worked upon? Have any publications you have? Please, as an electrical student, as a STEM student, we are not just ordinary students. We are better than all these copy and paste people. All right? We are different. I repeat, we are different. So the type of treatment we expect to have You don't expect them to have it. The second question is they are likely to ask you about your intended project. Are you in communication with any of your professors? Are you having your project topic on grant? Is your project going to be a thesis based or practical based? Please,
Okay.
these three questions, you need to go and sit down, redefine them, and with that, we are good to go. I'll be
Thank you
approving
very
your
much.
visa. I wish you all the best in the United States of America.
Thank you.
I'll be calling upon Ibediono Goodness. Ibediono Goodness.
Yes. Good evening. I'm here.
My guy himself. Alpha.
I'm fine. Thank you. Good
Anything
evening.
for the boys.
Hallelujah, sir.
Zegezan. Zegezan.
Yes.
Are you feeling my vibes or fear don't they catch you small?
Fear they catch me.
Why fear they catch you? You be my personal person. Why fear go catch you? Tell me this. Why fear they catch you? Why? I don't give you inspiration. You know, sir, I don't give you inspiration this morning.
Yes.
Don't let fear catch you, please. Have it at the back of your mind that you can face the king of Owambe and you can stand tall side by side with him. You can make this happen. Okay? You can make this happen. Thank you very much. Goodness, we are back on track.
Okay.
Yes, lest I forget, Niniola, you are starting your answers with okay. How many okay are you going to start your answers with? It is not acceptable. I repeat, it is not acceptable. Stop answer. When they ask you a question, don't respond by saying okay. When they ask you a question, go straight and give your answer. Answering a question and saying okay is not acceptable. And please remove your stuttering. All those kind of conversational ulabalu is not allowed. Goodness, you can use those information because your own judgment will be different from theirs. Are you ready?
All right. Yes, I am ready.
Good morning, documents, please.
In my documents.
You're not looking at the camera, so it's going to affect your scoring.
I am.
I'm not saying you should change your location. You are not looking at the camera. As in, your eye contact should be such that we can't see your face. You are backing the light. The light should shine on your face. The bulb should be in your press. Good. This is better. This is a
It
better.
means I'm standing.
It's good for you. If you can prepare a table before now and light up candle in front of you and put your candle in front of the camera, it's left for you. Good. Look at your camera, not your screen. You are looking at your screen. Goodness. Okay. Look at your camera. It is that signifies and shows that you are communicating directly with
I'm looking at my camera now.
Yes. It's better that way. Why are you here?
I'm here to apply for my F1 non-immigrant visa to United States of America.
You have applied already, and you have received the application confirmation in your box. So you are not here to do application again. You are here for the interview, not the application. The application process has been completed. Why are you here?
I'm here for the interview of the F1 non-visa. I'm here for the F1 non-immigrant visa to United States of America.
To grant you access to study what?
To study Masters of Science, Finance at University of Texas, San Antonio.
How many schools did you apply to?
I applied to 3 schools, and I was able to choose University of San Antonio because of its strong reputation and financial and its curriculum at. Sorry, I'm hiding nervous.
You remember the first advice I gave you? Remove stuttering. You are not a stammerer. Stop stuttering. And when you are under tension, you did not inform me that you used to stutter. So please, you are not a stammerer. Ikodia James, please deactivate your camera. You are not being interviewed. Deactivate your camera. Ikodia James. Can you describe your academic background and how it has prepared you for the journey ahead?
I studied business administration and management from Federal Polytechnic Oko, where I had my OND and HND respectively, and I came out with 3.19 at my HND. I also had
Goodness, what is the problem? Are you under tension? Are you under pressure? Am I scaring you?
I am just coming back from. Yes, I'm just coming from outside. So when your call came,
You are coming back from outside. This meeting link
just
has been posted
wonder,
before 24 hours
yes, I
ago.
just
Your
went.
mind should be prepared. Are you married?
Yes, I was actually rushing down to be stable at home, and I just got into the house when you.
Are you
Yes, I'm
married?
married.
The day you are planning to go and meet that lady that is now your wife, or you just saw her
Yes,
suddenly
I'm
and you
married with.
made the move immediately.
I didn't hear that, please.
The day you asked your wife to marry you, was it the first day you saw her?
No, I got married to my wife, my lovely wife, and that's 9 years ago, and we have three lovely children.
Goodness, you are not hearing me. You are telling me
I
what's
can't
in
hear
your
you.
head. You don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
The day the woman you are married to now, was it the day you saw her? Was it that same day you asked for her hand in marriage?
No.
I have posted this link before 24 hours ago. Now, you should have had it in mind that you should be prepared. Just the way you prepared and you were able to conquer the heart of that woman, you must be prepared to conquer the heart of the visa officer you'll be meeting on that day. It is 100% range that you have never met or seen them before. So you'll be seeing them for the very first time. You need to be super ready. Tension will build up on that day. How will you overcome? They won't give you all this enough ample time for you to relax, for you to be calm. It is left for you to be able to coordinate your emotions and coordinate your feelings to be able to win this battle ahead. I will start from the top again. Good morning, documents, please.
Good morning. Here are my documents, please.
What is your purpose in the United States?
My purpose is to go for my Masters of Science to study finance at the University of Texas at San Antonio.
Why have you decided to go to University of San Antonio?
The university is known for
What is your cost of attendance?
my cost of attendance is $28,948.
Any deficit?
I actually have not been given assistantship yet.
How do you intend to fund your studies?
My dad, who is the CEO who makes Multibiz Global Enterprise, will be sponsoring my education at the University of San Antonio. I also have personal fundings, also saved up for my studies.
Do you have
My
any
company,
job lined up after graduation?
sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you have any job lined up after graduation?
Yes, my office. I'll be returning back to Nigeria, my home country, to continue my role. Currently, I've been promoted to the office of the payment manager at Money Point Microfinance Bank. I'll be returning to take up the role once I finish up my studies at university.
What do you understand about the local community and how you intend to adapt to them, as well as resources available to international students? Tell me about your school. Tell me about the city you are going into, and how do you intend to adapt to the new environment?
San Antonio is one of the most populous cities in Texas, or if not America as a whole. I hope to blend in by making friends.
How will you adapt to the cultural differences in the United States of America? How will you adapt to the cultural differences in the United States of America? Goodness, do you have a date yet?
No, I don't have a date yet.
Good. When do you intend the school is resuming?
August 19th.
The opportunities you have now, if majority have had it, they wouldn't be where they are today. Please, you need to saddle your canoe. I will not want to ask you any further question so that I don't make you feel demoralized. I would rather recommend that you saddle your canoe, be better prepared, and give yourself enough time. Please, whichever center you choose, whether you have chosen the Abuja Center or the Lagos Center, please ensure that you arrive. If you are not living in that town, if you are not resident in Lagos or Abuja, please get to where you'll be residing at least 2 days. If your interview is on a Wednesday, please arrive in that town latest by Monday. Whatever time on Monday, arrive in that town. Your nature does not coordinate on things like this properly. You need to settle in well into that town and plan your trip for that day and be settled before that day. And when you wake up that day, you need to actually ensure that, yes, you are ready to give it all it takes. Do you hear me?
Yes, I understand you.
You tried on your eye focus, but I would not want to grade you so much, because if I'm asking, let's start by me asking, if you are going to grade yourself in this interview over 10, what will be your score?
I know I performed below par. Actually, this is my first attempt, so I know by the time I
If this
join
is
in
your
again.
first attempt to the woman you married when you asked her out, she didn't reject. So you should also be able to convince the visa officer that you are more than capable to do this job. You should be able to convince the visa officer that, yes, I'm ready to go to America and do exploits. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yes, I understand you.
So please, your visa will be approved. Please get prepared very well, and I wish you all the best in your pursuit. I'll be
Thank
calling
you.
on Jefferson. If you have any question, please drop it at the message box. We will take care of it.
All right. Thank
Deborah,
you.
please go ahead. You are welcome, goodness.
Good
Deborah, you
evening.
have a question. Jefferson, we are going to take you now. We just have a little question from Deborah.
Okay.
Dennis, please be on standby. Deborah, we are waiting for your question.
Hello, good evening, sir. Please, I know I didn't register for today's mock section, but I don't know if I can be allowed to have a section because my interview date is June 22.
We have somebody who has opted out in person of number 8. So I'll be slotting you to number 8. What is your name, please?
My name is Adewoye Deborah.
Okay, Omowumi
Yes, I'm on with Deborah.
Adewoye.
Deborah.
All right. So I've been taken to number 8, and you are 4 places from where we stand now.
All right, sir.
Okay. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Jefferson, you're welcome on board.
Thank you.
Permit me, one of my babies just entered the house. She's
Mr. Prince, good afternoon. Well done.
How are
Well
you?
done. I'm okay.
Are you in the office? Are you at work?
No, I'm at home. This is Sunday.
I know this is Sunday. Where I am is Monday here. So,
Oh,
yeah. Um, you're at home. Good. Interact with your brother Jefferson. Go ahead.
I'm busy. Please, I
I
beg in the
know.
name of
I
God.
know. I know. You can't escape this. You can't be busy and you come to my meeting and you want to go empty and then you won't be a blessing. No way.
I will. Can I just can you ask the questions and I'll just listen, please.
You want to bribe me, right?
Please, I beg you, please, please. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank
Good
you.
morning. Documents, please. Jefferson, what's happening to your network? Good morning. Documents, please. Jefferson, we cannot hear you. Can anybody hear him?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Good morning. Documents, please.
Good morning, yeah, dear. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. How are you today?
I'm very fine.
What's your purpose in the United States of America?
Well, I'll be going to United States to study and obtain a master's degree in informatics with major concentration in health informatics at the University of Louisiana Lafayette. I'll also be working on a research with Dr. Mike Totaro on clinical decision support system.
What motivated you to put up this challenge and go for these studies?
Okay, being an undergraduate in medical biochemistry, I'm currently working in a health insurance company as a data scientist. With this master's degree, I'll be a certified health informatics, which will take me the role of a senior data analyst. And my long-term plan has always been to start up a tech company here in Nigeria that focuses on building a software that connects healthcare database across various hospital servers, which will combat one of the most significant issues in our healthcare problem, which is mismanagement of data.
What would this course do for you?
With this course, I'll be a certified health informatics, having an undergraduate degree in medical biochemistry, currently working in a health insurance company. I'll be getting advanced analytical and software knowledge in the use of artificial intelligence, data visualization, manipulation, electronic health record. With all this, I'll be coming to my current employer, Reliance HMO, to take up the role of a senior data analyst, where I'll be supervising the department. Irrespective of that, my sole aim is to start up a tech company here in Nigeria as a long-term plan. I'll be focusing on building a software that connects healthcare database across various hospital servers, which will be fighting one of the most significant problems we have in our healthcare system, which has always been mismanagement of data that has led to high rate of mortality and misdiagnosis in our healthcare sector.
What is your cost of attendance?
I have a $38,080 cost of attendance and a deficit of $24,370.
How do you intend to take care of this challenge?
Okay, having a competitive Robert Elliott Tuition Fellowship that covers 50% of my tuition, I was strongly recommended by my supervisor. My mom, New York Kiddies Affair, annually. That's after payment of tax, salary, and other provisional luxurious kids wear, toys, accessories such as baby bed, stroller, baby car seats, and the likes of it. Having three retail outlets here in Abuja and a well-stocked warehouse, my mom has always been coming.
We are struggling to hear you. I wouldn't know what the problem is.
I can strongly hear you.
We are struggling to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. How will you describe your academic background and how it has helped you focus on the forthcoming challenge?
Biochemistry from the Federal University of Technology. I'm currently working in health insurance company. I came up with an outstanding result of 4.3 over 5.0 CGP. I currently work as a data analyst. With this master degree, I believe I'll get advanced skill to become a senior data analyst upon completion of my study and returning back to my home country.
What would this course do for you?
With this course, I'll be gaining advanced analytical and software knowledge, research experience in the use of artificial intelligence, data visualization, electronic health record. With this master degree, I'll become a certified health informatics. Coming to my current place of work, Reliance HMO. Reliance HMO is a health insurance company that uses data science software to make health insurance reliable, affordable, and easy to access. As a senior data analyst, I'll be supervising the IT department. Irrespective of that, my research with Dr. Mike Totaro will prepare me for my long-term plan of starting up a tech company here in Nigeria that focuses
How
on
do you
business.
plan to maintain ties to your home country while studying in the US?
With the use of social media, I'll be in communicate with my parents and also my current place of work, where I'll be sharing the ideas I get through during my course of study.
I like you in that area. That is actually a trap you have escaped, because you said in the previous question you'll be keeping touch. You are coming back to your place of work, and now you are able to mention that you'll be engaged with feeding back to your not only your family but your place of work. You mentioning your place of work means you are actually foreseeing that there will be need for constant communication between you and your place of work. I give it to you. Thus, you have been able to successfully establish your home ties. I hope you are aware of that.
Thank you very much.
Do you have an interview date yet?
Yes, June 11.
Good. I have 3 more questions for you. How do you plan to manage your time effectively in the United States academic environment?
Okay, the use of Google Calendar,
Why
Planner.
will you start your answers with okay every time? If it is okay, I won't be asking you the questions. Every time. And these are the same things I whisper to you to abstain from. I was talking to goodness, I made mention of same. How do you
I'll
plan
work
to
on that.
manage your time effectively in the United States academic environment?
With the use of digital library and physical library, planners, Google Calendar, and my academic advisor, I'm reaching out to them if needs be. And with that, I believe I'll achieve my set goal academically.
Tell me about the town you're going into.
Louisiana is a very beautiful city. I'll not be studying at Lafayette, having one of the best warm climate conditions because it's warm, making it adaptable for me as an international Nigerian student. They have very beautiful restaurants. Their mode of transportation is very efficient as an international student.
That is all you can tell me about the town you're going into. You can't talk about their temperature. You can't talk about what
I
is the
think that
purpose. Calm down. You can't tell me about the impact of the school on them. You can't tell me. Take for instance, you live in Abuja. Do you know
yeah,
that being FCT, it has opened up hidden locations to major construction sites? Haven't you noticed that?
yes, it's true.
Assuming the capital city remains in Lagos, which is still active, Lagos is the business life of Nigeria. So, will you tell me that the development and expansion Abuja has witnessed will be the same if the
No,
capital has not been moved to Lagos? I mean, to Abuja. Your line is freezing. I wouldn't know why.
I hear you very well. Oh, good.
What has been the biggest challenge in your area of discipline growing up, and how do you intend to contribute your quota to be able to overcome this challenge?
To the Nigerian healthcare system is mismanagement of data. data agreement management, which are clear and across lots of life. My long-term plan has actually been this master review. I'll be satisfied in doing that. We are building a software that can connect healthcare database across various hospital servers, where medical professionals can reach out to patient medical data in location.
I can't continue with you because your network is really disturbing. But please, your focus, you tried. I can give you that. Your eye contact,
Can you hear me?
focus. Please, do we have any question or observation for him, please? Questions, observations for Jefferson, please?
Sorry, Jefferson, what do you say your mom does? I think his line is freezing. I can't hear him.
Okay, I can hear you now. So she's a major importer that deals with the wholesale and retail of premium maternity essentials, luxurious kits and thinware, accessories such as baby stroller, baby car seats, activity worker, having 3 large retail outlets in Abuja. Do you hear me?
Your line is breaking. Like I
Let
can
me
hear.
leave the call and come in.
I'll be calling on Dennis. Dennis, please activate your camera and let's kick off. Zegezan, please be on standby.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you today?
Fine, sir.
Nice to have you around.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Are you ready for this meeting?
I'm ready, sir.
Please, you need to speak audibly and probably you need to move a bit closer to your device. Good morning. Documents, please.
Yeah, I'm a document, sir.
Why are you here?
I'm here for my F1 executive interviews to study Agile Project Management in Northeastern University, Portland, Maine.
Pardon? You say you want to study what?
Agile Project Management in Northeastern
Wow, that's
University, Portland.
fantastic. My course of study in my alma mater. That is great. You're welcome. What is Agile Project Management?
Agile Project Management is the methodology that deals with breaking down projects into smaller units, manageable units to achieve some set of goals.
Why will you
In order
choose
to
to
make the
break
project,
down your project into smaller units?
I should choosing to break down project into smaller units to be able to make the project active and to be able to achieve the goals on time in order to make the project distinct and accurate.
How many schools did you apply to?
I applied to 3 schools during application, which is West State University, Michigan University, and Northeastern University. But Northeastern University gave me the admission first, and they attend to my application swiftly without delays. So that's why I decided to choose Northeastern University out of the 3 schools.
What is your cost of attendance?
My cost of attendance is $42,075, and I've been awarded a scholarship of $25,000, which leaves me with a deficit of $17,075. My dad, Engineer Woshika Olashujo, will be covering my deficit. He's the CEO of Dennis Tech, and the company have an annual income of 25 million naira yearly, and have a staff strength of 10 to 15. The company deals with importation of gadgets such as laptop and phones, and setting up of office space for both public and government offices. And I personally have set aside a sum of 7.4 million naira to cover my miscellaneous expenses.
Can you describe your academic background and how it has prepared you for the journey ahead?
I graduated from the Federal Polytechnic of Ado-Ekiti in the year 2015 in electrical electronics engineering. I graduated with a CGPA of 3.12, and which I later pursued my bachelor's degree in computer engineering at Federal University of Technology, FUTA, with a CGPA of 4.28. After which, I decided to go for my NYSC. This during my bachelor's degree, I've been given different projects, which is research on comparative analysis of microcontroller and sensor, which I published a thesis on it, and I co-authored it with my supervisor there in respect of Dr. Downsi Olashade. This uh, this project was won a grant award from the federal
I didn't hear you.
government.
You say you did something with what?
I I published a thesis with my supervisor, Dr. Downsi. Hello, can you hear me?
Your microphone is wobbling. It's really wobbling.
Hi, Bano, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
All right, it's manageable. How do you
Okay, I
plan
think
to
it's the
manage
phone.
your time effectively in the United States academic environment?
Pardon? I can hear
How
you,
do
sir.
you intend to manage your time effectively in the US academic environment?
With the use of the Google Calendar, the class timetable, the task manager, I'll be able to use it to utilize and ensure that I make use of the resources to achieve my goals, such as the university resources, as the library, to achieve my set of goals.
Can you tell me what you know about your local community and resources that are probably available to international students?
The school have made available for they have made available housing services for local indigenous and international students, for them to be able to select a room of their choice, and they also made available tour guides for them to be able to know the direction to their classrooms and other resources available in the university.
Why would you want to study in the US and not your home country?
Officer, there's a reason why the United States has a good academic record, out of which they have the best study environment, they have the best lecturer in terms of the field I want to study, in the respect of Professor Jaco Alexis, and they also have one of the best university when it comes to practical hands-on training.
How long is your course of study?
My course of study is just for the period of 18 months, after which I'll be returning to my home country to invest the knowledge I've gained, which is the adaptive skill, the flexibility skill, the response to change, the time management skill, after which I'll be investing into that company in order to project it to an international level.
Do you have any family in the United States?
I'll be the first. I'll be the first among my family to travel to the United States of America if my visa is approved.
How do you intend to cope if you are offered a job in the United States of America?
Adi? I can't hear you, sir.
Will you take up a job if offered in the United States of America?
According to the rules regarding my F1 visa, I'm not permitted to work more than 20 hours a day. But if I'm given a work that is within that 20 hours, I will gladly accept it, this will add to my experience when it comes to working under someone or another organization.
Do you have any job lined up upon graduation?
I'll be returning to my dad's company in order to invest the knowledge I've gained while studying Nigeria project management. I will be investing it in order to project it on an international level, which my dad's company has been struggling with for the past
What's
22
the name
years.
of your dad's company?
The name of that company is Dennis Forward Tech. It deals with importation of gadgets such as laptops and phones, and also setting up of public space for government offices. It has an annual internal revenue of 95 million naira yearly, and that is sound strength of 10 to 15.
What's your study plan?
Pardon?
What is your study plan?
Upon my graduation in the United States, I'll be returning to my company, to my
Did
dad's
you hear my
company.
question?
Can I come again, sir?
Did you hear my question?
He said, what's my study plan?
What is your study plan?
Okay.
What is your study plan?
Okay. Sorry. Upon this, can I come again with that question, sir?
I'm not coming again. I'll be approving your visa.
Okay,
Do we have any question for Dennis? Now, number one, you must realize that the way your composure is very, very on the decline. Your presentation this evening is way below standard, and you know that. I don't know what you are going through, but in as much as you have made up your mind to go on this journey, you must be ready to give it all it takes. Your time, your energy, your focus, your concentration. You are not answering the questions the way you should. I don't know what the problem is. You are not answering the questions the way you should. You should focus your focus and ensure that your mind, soul, and spirit is here present with your physical body. I can't be asking you questions 3 times and yet you are not hearing me. Your mind is absent. I can't be asking you questions that relates to A and you're answering me on another level. No. Please. You need to settle whatever thing you are going through and be able to focus on the questions at the moment so that you can give the best answers. If on your way to the embassy, there's an argument between you and the Uber man, will you argue and let the argument spoil your presentation at the embassy? Majority will not take cab. Now, when you take Uber, does that mean you cannot have an argument with the Uber driver? Please, these are the things you need to consider. These are the things you need to weigh. You need to weigh your options and be sure that, yes, you are ready for this. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do we have any other question or observation for him?
Sorry, what did
Anybody?
what
Please
did
go
you
ahead.
say about like when he asked you if you accept any other job? I think you said something like you're only giving 20 hours. Like
A
what did
day.
you say?
It's not 20 hours a day, it's 20 hours a week.
He even said something else, not even the 20 hours I'm interested in. Like he said he was going to accept something. So I'm just curious to know what he meant by that.
I said I will accept the job if it won't go out of the rules guiding my F1 visa.
If he does what?
Like if it doesn't go against the rule guiding the F1 visa, like the non-immigrant rule guiding it.
Okay. I don't know what you mean by that. You are correct in a way, but like just know that you're expected to work 20 hours in school. 40 hours, yes, summer, but like 20 hours normal full-time semester apart from summer. Just in case if the VO does not understand what you mean by like if it does not affect your F1 visa. Please just be very specific.
Okay, ma'am.
Sunjo, please go ahead.
Yes, I think what he meant is that F1 visa allows for 20 hours a week. That anything beyond that is against the law. So that's what maybe you have to make it clearer so that the viewer can understand what you
No,
meant.
that's not what he said. He said something.
That's what I meant.
He
And
can
that's what he meant. Maybe he said it the
please just
wrong
be
way.
very clear. I didn't even understand English to start with.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have any other comment or observation for him? Aside that, please take all the notes necessary. You know that this video is available online, or the series is available online for 2024, and you can check my YouTube page, and you can download, you can rewind, you can share. Please like and subscribe, and ensure that you understand what it means to have a visa approved. It is not easy going to the embassy and not coming out with your visa approval. That is why we try as much as possible to ensure that you go in there once and you get it out.
Okay, sir.
I'll be posting the link in the course of the meeting. Or for those that are new, please let me know so that I can post the link to the video so that you can have access to it, so that whatever time we have meetings, just in case you are not able to attend, you can review, and do not hesitate to pass your comments. You can say be a blessing. You remember I said it is strictly for educational purpose. Uche Steve, you are welcome, even though you say you are new. Dennis Aoshika, I'll be approving your visa. It will take 4 to 5 working days for it to be ready. I wish you all the best in United States of America. Uche Steve, you are up next after Zigizan. So please stand by. We are waiting for number 6. Should we move to number 7? I just posted the link. We cannot see you. We cannot see you.
Can you see me now?
No. For those that are new, I have posted the link. Feel free to like, share, subscribe so that you'll be updated. I believe if I upload on YouTube, it's going to give a wider coverage for access rather than me approving every time you wish to view. Good morning. Documents, please.
Good morning. Here they are.
Why are you going to the United States of America?
I'm going to the US for my master's program in communications at Western Illinois University.
Why have you chosen Western Illinois University?
I chose this program because it emphasizes both theoretical and applied knowledge in strategic communications and organizational communication. This will enable me to address some of the challenges that are facing my organization. Currently, my organization is struggling with ineffective internal communications, and this has affected our operations in the sense that it has led to disconnected departments, decreased employee engagement, and low productivity. This program will enable me to acquire advanced knowledge and skills to be able to develop and implement.
Why have you chosen this university?
I chose this university because the curriculum aligns with my career goals.
I need you to emphasize what is it in the curriculum that aligns with your career goal.
They offer courses such as digital communications, organizational communication, leadership communication, and strategic communication. These courses will give me the required skills to be able to address some of the challenges that are currently facing my organization.
What is your educational background and how has it prepared you for the field you have chosen?
I have an undergraduate degree in linguistics, which I graduated from in 2009. I also have a postgraduate diploma in business administration, which I completed in 2021. And these combined with my working experience as a social media officer will has given me the solid background that I need to excel in.
Zegeza,
Yes,
are you a lesbian?
I'm not a lesbian, but I'm open to lesbian friends.
You said do you have a date yet?
Yes, I have a date. It's next month on the 4th.
I don't think you are ready. The way you are responding to questions, you are just responding as if you are the MD CEO of the consular office and you are talking at your own pace. You must understand that smartness is highly essential, and with your course of study, you should be able, and your previous experience, you should be able to present and show that you are actually well guided and ready to give it all it takes. The way you are responding does not show the smartness we expect of somebody of your caliber. The way there is no time. Don't imagine them spending 10 minutes with you on that day. Don't
Okay.
imagine and expect them to allow you to finish your whole epistle before they answer you on that day. It is high time you realize that if you have epistles, just ensure that you give your best of shots first. If they ask you, who are your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Zegezan, full stop. Don't say there was a man, Zege, who grew up and at the age of 35 met a woman called Zan. After meeting them, it was discovered that the woman is also 4 years younger than himself. After 5 years of relationship, they decide to tie the knot and get married. Those are irrelevant things that we don't have time for. You can't come to the embassy and be telling us all these stories. You need to cut it. Come up with an agenda that will briefing, that will give you the opportunity to give a brief summary of whatever thing you have to offer. You can't have the luxury of time. You need to shorten everything you are saying. Give the keynote speech. You are into multimedia. You are into social media presentations. You should be able to understand that time is of essence. I have 3 more questions for you. How do you intend to blend to the cultural differences in the United States of America?
The food, some of the food that is available in the US, I'm familiar with it, like rice and the meat. So I'll be able to adapt to that as well. The weather, for the weather.
Zegezan, I don't know your background, but I'm happy to let you know that you can't go to the embassy and speak like this and expect something magical to happen. You need to brace up yourself. You need to be smarter. You are smarter than what you are presenting. That is the essence. All of us cannot speak the same way, but you can do better. So start again.
I'm not a fast talker.
What did you say?
I'm not a fast talker. I don't speak
I'm not
very
saying you're a
fast.
fast talker. You can be smart. Azura, please speak. Azura, you are raising up your hand. Speak. Azura, you are raising up your hand. So, back to what I'm saying. Zegezan.
Yes.
You know, I've never met you before. I've never seen you before. I asked you a question, if you could remember. I said,
Yes.
do you sing? If you have a song that is very fast, will you sing it or you convert it to a slow song?
I'll sing it.
How will you sing it?
I'll sing it at the tempo it is.
So if you have a fast song, you will sing it very fast. If you have a
Yes.
slow song, you sing it very slow, right?
Yes.
So that means you can choose to adapt to a new situation as it comes. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Good. Now, I'm going to ask you 3 questions and I need you to be the judge of yourself. Question number 1, how will you adapt to the cultural differences in the United States of America?
I'll be very, very open in my interactions with people. I'll make a lot of friends and eat the food that I'm familiar with.
Now, when the visa officer chooses to keep quiet, he expects you to throw more light. He expects you to use the opportunity he's giving you. It's probably you have not answered or you have not hit the mark for a pass level. So if he's keeping quiet, he needs you to speak more. And if you don't grab that opportunity, it might be very dangerous. From your understanding, what do you understand by the word culture of a people? And this
Culture
goes
is the
across to every one of us in this meeting. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is culture of a people? When you say adapting to the culture in the United States of America, what does that mean? How does that affect you? What is the interpretation? So, Zegezan, answer the
yes.
question.
I'll eat the food that I'm familiar with and try as much as possible to explore other types of food that are available. I will also make a lot of friends, both gay and straight. And I'll be open-minded in my dealings with everybody.
You have only answered like 2/5 of the question that you have been asked. That question, I used to ask the question in a very minor mood before, but I just felt variety is the spice of life. Now, what about the environmental conditions in the United States? Is it not part of the culture?
It is.
It is typically believed that Africans are black. Yes or yes?
Yes.
What do you think is responsible for the dark complexion of Africans? Or let's assume you are Nigerian, right?
Yes, I'm in Nigeria.
And what is the difference between Nigerian citizens and Ghanaians?
The difference is just the geographical location. We are all black. We are from.
Okay, let me put it this way. Put a Nigerian on a stand A, put a Ghanaian on a stand B. How will you differentiate them?
By the way they speak.
They are not speaking, they are just looking at you.
I wouldn't be able to differentiate them because the color of their skin is the same.
Most Nigerians, they are not as dark in complexion as Ghanaians. That's point number 1. So if you are going to judge them based on their physical appearance, you can't compare the darkest of a Nigerian, a typical Nigerian, to a Ghanaian. Ghanaians are way darker than Nigerians. You must know that today. You can go to Google and verify. Appearance-wise, Ghanaians are darker. Quote me wrong. Go and verify, please. We are here to learn. You only addressed the issue of food. What about the issue of LGBT? Funny enough, it is not even LGBT alone, it is now LGBTQ plus. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
Yes, I have.
Can you tell us the meaning of LGBTQ plus?
It means lesbians, gay, transgender.
Okay, let me help you. The plus on it,
Where
what does it stand for?
the what?
The plus, the additional sign on it, what does it stand for?
It stands for other ones that are for people that do not identify with the other letters. Because there are some people that don't fall into that category of LGBTQ. They fall into other categories. So the plus covers them. Are you there?
Ziggy, sorry. I think he's having network issue or probably he's busy on something. I love the fact that I love your facial expression. You have this smiley face which can attract the view, fine and good. But please sit up. Like, and first of all, like if you know that you're a slow talker, please tell the view on time so that the person does not get pissed off like you're wasting time or something. Just like before they start, sorry, I'm a very slow paced talker. Like, if you don't mind, they will definitely say, okay, sure, definitely. But please sit up. Like, if your interview, I think you said your interview is very close. Please
Yes.
really sit up. I love the fact that you're smiling, which is very good, but don't be so relaxed. Be relaxed, but don't be so relaxed. Like, it's an official interview. It's not something like you're interacting with your friend, right? So just please just put more energy in your
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I never knew my microphone was muted. I thought I was speaking. Now, I said the plus on the LGBTQ does not cover those that are not under LGBTQ. It will shock you to know that work is underway to discover more sexes. If I may ask, in Nigeria today, how many sex do we have? Apart from male and female, there's no other one. Yes or yes?
Officially there is none, but
Which one?
unofficially,
Which
yeah.
one you accept? The unofficial one that can be
The
swept under the
official
carpet.
one.
The
The official
unofficial
one.
that will be swept under the carpet. And if you say the unofficial in an examination, you'll be marked down. Which one? Do you want to win the prize or you want to be marked down?
I want to win.
So, why will you go by the unofficial, unapproved, unsolicited ones? Nigeria is different from anywhere else in the world. Where you are coming from is different completely in terms of everything, in terms of the temperature, in terms of human relation, in terms of so many things. In Nigeria, it is believed that when you are relating with your elders, it is an act of disrespect for you to seemingly be looking straight into their eyes. But here, if you don't, it means you are lying. That's why we try as much as possible to sensitize our people that please, when you are coming over, look straight into the eye of the visa officer, express yourself, be bold, be confident, and express yourself very plain as much as possible. We have said it, we can't say this enough. Be honest. Whatever thing you are offering, if it's your uncle that is sponsoring you, if it's your godfather, be sure your onions align properly, and with that I can bet it with you, you are going places. Second to the last question for today: why do you want to study this course in the United States of America?
I chose to study this course in the US because the US offers the best education, especially in communications, in the whole world. So studying this course in the US will give me an advantage over my peers here in Nigeria, so that when I come back, I will be well sought after and I'll be able to take a much higher role in my organization.
If the visa officer says you can study this at the University of Lagos, Akokayaba, with the recent development in technology, you can offer any course, and if there is need for any equipment, it's just a tip. Even you can make the order for that equipment right on your mobile phone, not even your laptop as the olden days require. So you have the best of equipment at your laboratories, and you can have to study at your comfort zone here in Nigeria. Why do you still see the need to proceed to United States of America?
Studying this course here will delay me in the sense that Nigerian universities sometimes experience strikes, and this will affect my career progression. That is why I've chosen to go and study in the US.
Are
so
you
that
saying that the United States education system doesn't have its own challenges?
It does, but not as much as we do here in Nigeria.
During the era of COVID-19, do you remember there was no schools that were opened?
Yes, I remember.
If such happens again, how would that affect your stay in the US?
If that happens and I'm here in Nigeria, that means I will not be able to travel, and so I can have my lectures online.
If you are in the US and such happens,
If I'm in the
how
US,
do you go for lectures?
I'll make use of technology to further my
So why
education.
can't you make use of the same technology and learn remotely from Nigeria here?
I'll prefer to go to the US so that I
Do you
can
have any
immerse.
family in the United States?
I have a brother in the US, but my decision to go to the US is independent of his presence there. It is based solely on my career progression and personal development.
You say your sponsor are your parents?
Yes, my dad will be sponsoring my education.
If your dad decides to withdraw his financial support, what happens?
My dad will not withdraw his financial support because he has assured me, as his only daughter, that he will be sponsoring my education. He has been the one sponsoring me, and he is more than capable of sponsoring my education.
I'll be approving your visa.
Thank you.
Take 4 to 5 working days to get ready. I wish you all the best in the United States of America.
Thank you very much.
The words I speak to you, their power and their life. Go over this video. Before this encounter with you, I have given you a word ahead of now. Please take it very seriously. I wish you all the best as you prepare for your interview.
Thank you.
I'll be calling upon Uche Steve. Chizon, please go ahead and speak.
Zege, sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce your name. You said your brother is in US. What's your brother doing in US? Is he a student or like he's working?
He's a student in the US.
When did he enter the US?
2017.
And he's still a student, a PhD student.
No, he's an undergraduate.
Okay. And did he mention your name, like when he was entering the US?
No, he didn't mention my name because I was in Nigeria. So
no, that it's like GS160 or like telling the view that, like, please, you need to ask your brother, because I'm not really sure that you mentioned your brother is in the US. I mean, anyway, you can fly because he's an undergraduate student. So yeah, you can fly, but I still don't think mentioning your sibling is necessary. Just in case you're not answering the question, maybe you're answering the question very well, and then the VO gets very interested in, oh, you have a sibling. But anyway, he's an undergraduate student, so you might still fly.
Okay.
Please just sit up. I feel like you're really very relaxed. You are smiling a whole lot, which makes sense, but please sit up. Really sit up. It's an official interview. Even if you need to be very interactive, just sit up.
Okay, all right. I'll work on that. Thank you.
Which is Steve, we wait your presence.
Yes, sir. Using the video.
Are you ready for us?
Yes, but I don't know if this is open to undergraduate students. I don't know if I'm also going
How
to.
did you get the link?
No, I got it from my aunt. She stays in the US. Sent it to me as for me to prepare for the visa interview ahead of my date, which is currently on October 7th this year.
Who is this, your auntie?
Um, she is Miss Chinwe Umejiako. So yeah, she was the one that dropped it for me and I fixed it up. She just for me on WhatsApp and I fixed it up. Decided to join in and I'm interested. I
It is
really
my
love the.
pleasure you have failed the first test.
No, I'm an undergraduate. I want to forward my studies in the US as
You have
studying
just added another level of failure to it. Now,
This is just my first time.
the first test you failed was not looking at your camera when conversing with me.
So I don't really get. Sorry.
You don't really get. Please, kindly remove
Don't
that
mind.
Nigerian mentality of spoken English when you are here. You had severally, we keep saying, look at the camera, look at the camera. It is not for the fun of it. It is not that I want to look at your beautiful face. It's just so that your eyeball, you have an eye connection with the person interviewing you. That is all. No more, no less. You are constantly looking at the sky, and your ceiling is not as beautiful as the sky you are looking at. So why can't you look at me, that the visa officer that to help your career? Why will you choose to look at the sky? Number two, I say you have not performed well and you kept on arguing. Can you argue what you don't know? You are looking away from the camera again. Let your focus be on the camera. It is not a function of whether you are an undergraduate or you are a postgraduate student. The ultimate aim is you are going to the United States of America Embassy here in Nigeria. And there are things you need to know. If you don't know these things, your chances of schooling there will be very, very reduced. So, are you ready for me now?
Yes, I am. I'm
Good
ready.
morning, documents, please.
Yes, yeah, the documents. Sir.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I'm here for my visa interview on application to the US to further my studies. As under an undergraduate program in Texas, in Odessa College in Texas.
Why have you chosen this school?
I believe the school has the qualities to empower me for the better good in the universities of US, where I can be able to be of where I can be able to be of more importance to myself and broaden my horizon in more aspect of my future career.
How many schools did you apply to?
Odessa College for now, sir.
Remember, you are at the embassy. It is not ideal for you to apply to just one school. So there's nothing stopping you that you have made application to 4 different schools or at least 3 different schools. Mention at least 2 gave you admission and 1 is here to respond. And you've not heard from 1. It's a good story, which you yourself you are buying right now. Yes or yes?
Yes, sir.
You must begin to think like them. You must begin to act like them. You must be ready to stand up tall with your shoulders high and beat your chest that, yes, I can do this. Remove that Nigerian mentality, I say for the last time. What is your area of specialization? Are you going into the science class? Are you going into the art class? What is your focus?
I'm moving to the science class, specializing in computer mainly. I want
You mean
to.
specializing in computer science or computer
Yeah,
engineering?
okay. I'm specializing in computer networking and telecommunications, an effective part of computer studies which deals with the transfer of information through hardwares, whereby information are passed through computers, phones, and different hardwares around us.
What is your course of study?
Computer, networking, and telecommunication.
What's your study plan?
Um, $7,500 a year.
I didn't say what's your course of study. What is your study plan? Study plan means how are you planning to arrange your timetable, align it to you go to class, you go to library, how many courses will you be having to study, how many hours you have to stay in class, who are your lecturers, what are the graduating requirements. That is what a study plan is all about. So, what is your study
Okay.
plan?
I'm a full-time student with no room for me to walk out of the school. I'm entitled to stay in the school to cover up my studies and move do my researches there and any other thing I need in touch to do. I have to do it there, right there in the school.
How long is your program?
2.5 years, sir.
Pardon?
2.5 years, sir.
Who will be responsible for your finances?
My dad, uh, he owns a company known by Santos Water Resources, and he has proven to me that he's capable of funding it from now to the end.
When is your school resuming? You said in October. Without further ado, I'll let you know some basic things you need to work upon. When they ask you, what is your cost of study? It's different from your cost of attendance. Your cost of attendance is your school fees. What is your study plan? Is what I have analyzed. Your timetable, how many courses, how many contact hours you have, how many lecturers are taking what and type, where, venue, and things like that. Then how do you yourself intend to plan to be successful at your study? Those are the plans we have on ground. So when we say what is your study plan, we expect you to tell us how you plan to harmonize and put your plans in check so that you'll be able to achieve your goal of going to the US. That's number two. Number three, when they ask you who is going to be your sponsor, you don't have enough time to start perambulating. I have said this before now. Is Abiodun Christie here? Abiodun Christie, is she around? All right. Omowumi Adewoye,
Yeah.
please stand by. Good. Thank you very much. Now, Abiodun, you can see the way the conversation has been going.
Yes, sir.
Do you think if you are not here, you will have known what you know today?
Not at all, sir.
What do you think you can say? Mention two things that you can say you have benefited coming here today. I know there are a lot. I don't want you to
Yeah.
start from there are a lot. Don't mention two things you are seemingly benefited.
Okay. Aside all the general preparations in mind, I realize that there are more to them.
No, put all the general preparations aside because that's another topic on its own. Just
Yeah.
tell us, you have learned this, you have learned this. You can
I've
expatiate on them.
I've learned the aspect of knowing about your school location, the city. So that's one thing I never considered all this while. So it has always been about the reason for my visa. And then how do you adapt in the US? So talking about gay, lesbian and all of those things. So I'm beginning to put those factors into consideration, which I never did before now.
So, did somebody also forward the link to you, or you are one of us on that F1 visa group?
Somebody forwarded the link to me.
Who is the person?
Baba Tokwe.
Please request that Baba Tope should stop giving you fish. Tell him to teach you how to catch fish so that you two will have direct access. There are times Baba Tope can be busy. There are times Baba Tope will not even have you in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him to help you so that you can be added to that group so that you can receive first-hand information.
Okay,
It's just a piece of advice. It's just a piece of advice. Thank you very much. Yeah. Adewale, you are raising up your hand. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good evening, everyone. And good evening, Prince Ade.
Thank you very much.
I'm a first timer here, and
you're welcome.
Really, it has been a moment of learning. Thank you so much. And I have some reservations to make concerning what I observed. For instance, some of the questions I feel I was being asked today, I'm trying to wonder the relevance of some of those questions towards
Can you give us
when
two
you are
questions?
all right. Yeah, I will because I wrote them down. So the first one that caught my attention was when you asked Zegezan on how would you embrace the cultural difference in the United States. I don't know. Maybe the reason why we are here is to learn, and then maybe you have some experiences that for someone like me I don't necessarily have. So I'm wondering how that correlates towards the interview appointment that you have with the VO. Would the VO really ask that, or some of the questions are just that you asked or that is being asked is just to prepare our mind further, to do more further research on all those things? Because I feel that even the time frame that you have with a VO is not really that big, it's not really that much. Just like you suggested yourself to, it's just a point of 5 minutes or at most, like let's say 3 minutes, not just to exaggerate, because I believe that it's most of the questions that your response determines the kind of question that you get back from the VO. For instance, now, if you are trying to expatiate more, so if you are trying to expatiate more on a particular discourse, on a particular question that was being asked, and then you try to explain more, I hoping to know that you are not trying to shoot yourself on the leg, because if you're trying to provide an explanation, and that further explanation might give or might create a window for the VO to want to be inquisitive and ask you further questions that you may not necessarily have some answers to. So I want to believe that, will it be wrong to keep it short and simple? Like, what's your name? Just tell them your name. Okay, what's the reason why you're applying to this place? Just give them like a very brief description that doesn't warrant or open more windows for further questioning, and then just for them to quickly move on to the next questions, critical questions. So that's my
So
observation.
your sample question 2. You have asked one question.
All right.
And you are
see,
given another scenario. So I
Yeah.
said I need 2 examples of questions that I've asked
All
that you
right.
think or you feel, because you say you wrote them down.
Yeah, I said I wrote them down, but the one that I feel that I should just bring out
Okay. All
that
right. All right.
is this one.
Thank
And
you very
another,
much.
yeah, another
Okay.
thing, sir. Another thing,
All right.
sir. You
Good.
said if the VO is keeping quiet, he probably expect us to speak more.
Yes.
Did I get that right, sir? Please, I need
You are
your
very correct.
yeah, I
You are
need your
very
explanation
correct.
on that, sir. Yes, I want to hear you,
Good.
sir. Yes, thank you.
Good. Uche Steve, we are still
Yes, sir.
discussing your matter, and I want to start from you. Azan Ayomikun, keep raising up your hand. I'm going to come to you. Now, Uche Steve, you are going to study computer science by the time you get to undergraduate, but you have to start from sciences to be able to advance to that. Now, I believe majority of some of us here must have had about a course of study called chemistry. And we remember when they say molarity is equals to volume of acid, one thing to the ratio of the base, one thing like that. They go to another place. They say P1V1 over T1 equals to P2V2 over T2 in ratio of N1 to N2. Adewale, does that make any sense? Does that ring a bell?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Does 1 over F, F standing for your focal length, equals to 1 over V plus 1 over U. Does it ring a bell?
Sorry, please. Like this analogy, I'm not a science person.
Oh, okay.
So
All
I might
right.
really find it difficult to.
Now, let me use a layman example. When you say the culture in the United States of America, what is the culture of a people? I said all of us should analyze that for ourselves. The culture of a people is their way of life. What they eat, what they drink, the way they live, the kind of environment they grow up, the way they talk, and the things they do. Now, instead of me asking you, how will you cope with the weather condition in the United States, and go ahead and ask you, how will you cope with the food? Because I know you will not have access to your akpu, your edikaikon. You understand? So if I ask you, how will you adapt to the cultural differences there? It means your well-being. If you are not in good health, if you are not in a good environment, your study will be jeopardized. So if you are not in a room with heating facility and the temperature is now minus 8 degrees centigrade, how will you cope with that? That is the relevance of the question. And it is my pleasure to let you know that by the time you get to the embassy, if you are explaining something and you think the visa officer is keeping quiet and not hearing you, you are far from being right. They are listening to you with rapt attention and they need as much information from you as possible. They might not look up, but ensure you keep that eye contact on them. And I hope I've been able to answer you effectively. And lest I forget, you also made mention of, yes, talking about our culture. In Nigeria, it is believed we are male and female, full stop. But you are coming to an environment whereby other things operate. If you, Adewale, for instance, from your name and your voice, I'll take you are a male, and your supervisor or your head of unit is gay, and it begins to ask you some sensitive questions that seemingly makes you uncomfortable. How will you respond? How will you behave? Will you go to court? If you go to court, do you know that gay is a legal system, it's a legal gender over there? How will you win? So how do you want to adapt to such an environment if that question is posed at you at the embassy? And lastly, these questions that you are being asked here on this forum, they are live questions that can be asked at the embassy. Let me take on Azan Ayomikun. You'll be raising up your hand, then I'll come to you, Chizon, briefly. Azan Ayomikun, kindly unmute and speak.
Yes, hello, good evening, sir.
The evening is very good.
Yes, sir. First of all, sir, I want to say a very big thank you for what you have been doing for us and also pushing us beyond our limits. Concerning what I just wanted to add to what Mr. Adewale said, you have been preparing us beyond our expectation. It's more like, okay, fine, you studied ICT, You are just based on the definition. You have to go deep, and then you have to go deeper, just in case they can ask you any question beyond what you are expecting, not just the basis of why you're going to this and that, this and that. And that one of the reasons why I love your mock section. You tend to work on us just for us to answer any question from any angle that's coming from, sir. So I would really want to say thank you for that, sir.
Thank you very much, Ayomeko.
Yes, sir.
Briefly, Chisholm, are you there?
Yeah, I think Hassan kind of touched on some things, but I understand, Adiwale, I understand where you're coming from. First of all, like some questions that Prince is asking, they may not ask you, but like it's just like I love how he's even asking questions, like he's going round, rigmaroling round the question to ask you, so that you don't, because some people, like you guys are so used to tell me about your postgraduate plan, why your course, right? So going round to ask you in a different way. Remember, there is no one way that these videos structure the questions. Anybody can ask you anything. It might be postgraduate plan, but in a very different sentence. So don't just be very comfortable with your whatever you have in your transcript, right? It might be something, it might be a different language, a different sentence. Just prepare for anything. That does not mean like every single thing Prince is asking you right now, you are going to like, you're expecting it, right? But just anything, just so that you don't be thrown off balance when a question comes in and you don't know what to answer. Maybe Prince never asked you, nobody told you about it. Just be prepared for anything. But one thing I'll point out is that there are very vital questions that you should know, like all this postgraduate plan, why your course, who is sponsoring you if you're not fully funded, or study plan. Please know all those ones. Then all other ones that Prince is just like putting in, you should also know. But there are very vital questions that you should know, like you should not even skip it. Then all other ones that Prince is asking, like diversity, how you cope with the weather. I mean, you can know because you never can tell how a VO wants to ask you a question. There is no one particular way. And I think he said something else, if you can remind me, like he was saying something else, the second point he made, which I've forgotten. But yeah, there is no one question or no one answer how you feel like answering your question. Just anything that comes in your head, just answer it. That's just the basis of how he's asking questions.
Thank you very much, Chisholm. I'm very grateful. And before you go, I can see you dropped a note for me. Thank you very much. Before you go, Chisholm, can you briefly give us an idea? Chisholm currently is in the United States of America. She's a student. And can you tell us how you prepared for your mock sessions? How many mock sessions did you attend? How did you prepare? Just briefly, in like maximum 3 minutes, because time is precious. Over to you, Chisholm.
So I'm no longer a student though, but thank you for that.
I say you were in the US
Yeah,
as
sure.
a student. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you are studying.
Yeah, sure. So I mean, that was the reason why I was really fascinated by what Adewale said. Yeah, Prince, I would say like Prince brought out the monster. Like, I don't know, like he's even calm right now. He brought out the monster in most of like all of us, to be honest. And they're like the way he acts. I remember like some of my friends like, what's this guy asking? Just like Adewale is saying right now, like there are some questions that he feels is not necessary. Like, why are we asking these questions and not focusing on the other ones? So just know everything. I mean, I went through Prince and I attended a whole, I can't even count how many mocks, like more than 50, to be honest. Like I started way early and started like even before I got my visa date and all of that. And Prince was really on my neck. I cried because of this guy called Prince at that point. He can ask you anything, and to him, you've not done the work, even though you've put in your best. Like I literally cried because of him. I was like, who is this person? Like he is a human being. Like so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like anything that he's teaching you right now, please and please just don't take it like, what am I doing here? Like I'm wasting my time. Just pick up the ones that you can pick up, and just most especially the very important questions, the very, very important questions. But just know that there is no one way a VO comes at you to ask why are you here, or tell me about a postgraduate plan. They can ask you that fine and good and you skip, but that does not mean another person cannot be asked a different question that they didn't prepare. So please, all of you, keep coming for more. Even if you don't have a date, or if you have a date, keep coming for more, keep learning, take away the ones that you can take and learn the ones that you can learn. And we just want to see all of you in United States. And Prince is doing an amazing job. Like he has made so many of us get that visa, and definitely you guys are not going to be ruled out of it. So good job, and I hope to see so many of you in United States.
Thank you very much. Adewale, I would like to ask you a question. I wouldn't know whether you are okay. From what you say, you are not a science student, but I'm sure you went to secondary schools in Nigeria, and or irrespective of wherever you have gone to, you must have been given something called textbooks. Now, those textbooks were logically transformed into smaller versions, which are notebooks. Now, those notebooks were seemingly the summary of those textbooks. Now, when they ask you questions in the exams, is it everything inside that notebook that they ask you? Adewale, we are interacting now.
All right, sir. Yeah, thank you so much. And then thank you. Like my thanks goes to the last speaker too. And like I said, I'm new here, and I really appreciate the fact that you are very blunt.
Adewale, you are seemingly taking it the wrong way. What I mean is, I'm not alleging you. We are trying to
No, I
clarify
understand.
issues
Yeah, I
here.
understand your question.
So
Yeah, I
I
understand
asked
your
you a
question.
question. Now,
All
when
right,
you
yeah.
have a textbook, your teachers, whether in the secondary school or in the primary school, they logically transform that textbook to a notebook. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Now, that notebook is for you to study. It's an abridged version of that your textbook. So when you are given such, you can use that to prepare for an upcoming test or exam. And when you get to the exam hall, are you going to download everything inside the text, inside the notebook, or the aspect that they seem important to have asked you from the notebook?
Only the important aspects. You can't download everything, sir.
No. Only the seemingly relevant to the question. Not because everything is important. Take, for instance, references in your project. Without those references, the project wouldn't have come alive. Yes or yes?
You are right, sir. Yes.
So, at this juncture, what is your conclusion?
All right. Yeah, that's what I was actually saying before. At this conclusion, at this juncture, I wholeheartedly I'm in tandem with everything that is being said here. I really appreciate your bluntness too. Like, I love the fact that you are blunt, and
I'm no more blunt. Go and ask Chisom. I'm not blunt.
No, you are. Like today, well, this is my first time of attending this meeting.
I am not
seeing
blunt.
you.
Adewale,
So,
you are my brother. I will not deceive you. I am not blunt.
You are
Go
not blunt.
and ask Chisom. Chisom said she used to cry. It is true. Chisom will go to other admins to train her before she will come and attend my mock session. Yes, I'm telling you this.
I want to witness
confidence.
more of your more. I want to witness more of your mock
The YouTube
session,
page is there.
and I want to also participate in it. Yeah, please. Is there any WhatsApp link that I can join to participate in this?
Yes, we have a group WhatsApp.
Can I be added? Can I drop my number? Be added to the group WhatsApp so that I will know about upcoming mock session.
All right.
Okay.
There is okay, I'll drop my YouTube link here. I'll pin it to the message section. I've just done that. Then
what are your WhatsApp number, sir?
My WhatsApp number. Okay. Okay, I'll drop it.
Thank you.
So I hope we're good now. So back to the essence of asking these different questions to open up our mind. So if, for instance, you prepare from the textbook and you left Okay, good. A very good question. Uche Steve, I hope you are there.
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. How will you imagine? We are all here learning. How will you imagine somebody that has gone through secondary school, somebody that has done first degree, is now going for master's in computer science? During one of our mock sessions, and the interview was going on, I just said, what is computer science? Adewale, what do you expect of an intending master student? I asked the question, what is computer science? What do you expect a master's student intending who has been given admission to a reputable university? What do you expect the person to say?
Is expected to give a lucid explanation of what computer science is.
You are speaking too much English. Change that lucid. Change that lucid to something else, more elaborate.
Okay, it's expected to give a comprehensive definition of what a computer science is.
Sourcing to a level that the visa officer will give it to him.
Yeah, for someone at his level. Yeah.
It is my pleasure to let you know that this person could not define what is computer science. True, in the true sense of it, is actually going to study computer science, but is not able to give the true definition. What will you say to that?
Obviously, he's not ready.
Good. So, now, if I go ahead and say, instead of you studying computer science at this US university, tell me about your educational background that has prepared you for this feast. He now goes ahead to say he has studied business administration, and from business administration is crossing to computer science, and you will be wondering, what is the relationship between your first degree is business administration and you're going into computer science? Shouldn't you at least have an idea of what is happening? That is an hypothetical case to bring in the relevance of that particular question that I used to ask, that what is your educational background and how it has prepared you for the journey ahead? Can you relate them now?
Yes, sir.
Now, you saw the first scenario I gave you. That was a true life experience. I don't know the background of that person. I've not even drafted that question. Now, the question I used to ask before I brought in the cultural question, the question I used to ask before is, how have you prepared yourself for the weather in the United States of America? And the general answer will be, I have made adequate preparation for warm clothing, leather boots, jacket, to ensure that anytime I keep warm when the winter is high. And I've also liaised with the school authority or the Office of International Students to ensure that my room is well equipped with room heating facility so that I'll be able to stay in a very good atmospheric condition. See the answer, see the questions, how they intertwine. Without further ado, I hope with these few words of mine, I've been able to avoid confusing you on the topic getting your visa approved. Uche Steve, we are back on the block.
Thank you so much, sir.
You are always welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
Uche Steve.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you two questions. You are going for your secondary school. I need you to go and do 4 basic things for me. Go and search for schools around the city where your aunt is. I know you are likely to be staying with her. Go and look for schools around that place where she is. Study them into detail. Where is their hostel? Do they have hostel on campus or their hostel are off campus? What is the cost of studying there? That's your cost of attendance. Then what are the subjects you'll be offering? In the university, they call it courses you'll be taking. But at the secondary school, you can say the subjects you'll be taking. Another thing you have to consider is how long are these schools spending the time, the duration, how many months, how many years, how many weeks. That is my assignment for you. And you have my mobile. You can reach out to me. You can send a message and I might not even open it in the next 3 days. That doesn't mean I don't have you in mind. Imagine we have in one of our groups, we are over 500. So, and that is just one of how many groups. So imagine 50 people from over 500 messaging me. Can I reply every one of them at the same time? No. I have a private life and I have this that I'm doing for fun too. So, because I believe if all of you are here with me, I will have rest of my, I can even decide to be relaxing on a Monday afternoon like this. Yes or yes? So please try as much as possible to attend these questions and do justice to them. I wish you all the best in your pursuit as I call upon Omowumi Adewoye. Visa approved, Uche Steve.
Thank you.
Good evening,
Why are
sir.
you smiling, Omowumi?
Sorry, good evening, sir.
You want to laugh. I said, why are you smiling? You now want to laugh.
No, I'm not
Okay.
smiling. I think that's the kind of face I have.
You are not smiling. Otumpuro. Oh God Almighty.
No, like that's my facial expression.
Must
So
you always comment on everything that is said? Handicap. You
good
know the
evening,
drill.
sir.
Do you have a
Yeah.
date yet?
Yes, I have a date, June 2022. But I have a question to ask.
Sorry,
So,
Omowumi.
yes,
Sorry, sir. June 22.
Yes, next month.
Wow, we are the same day too. Okay.
You have a question?
Yes, I have a question to ask. So yesterday I got I was actually expecting a scholarship from the school I applied to, but yesterday I was denied and it actually weighed me down because I was not expecting the denial. So now I'm like confused. Should I go for the interview or I should just stay behind and
Better
reapply?
go and collect your visa. You better go and collect your visa.
Okay,
It is
sir.
my pleasure that before I tell you my pleasure, Abiodun Christie, please deactivate your camera. You are wasting your people's data. You know you are in Nigeria, and you know that you are not buying petrol at 15 naira per liter. Please help your brother, help your sisters conserve their data. Hassan Ayomikun, you are raising up your hands.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening once again, sir. Sir, please, I would like to join the mock section and need to follow the due process because my date is also June
You
22nd
are
of
in the
next
mock
month.
session already. You are in the
Okay, I
mock
can
session.
actually.
You can't join the mock session again.
No, I'm talking about the list of who you are going to interview, sir.
I am supposed to interview 10 people. I have 11 on my list.
Okay, sir. Okay, I will definitely
And
join,
I've
even
been
though I'm not
talking
fully
since
prepared.
7. I've been talking since 7 p.m. Nigerian time. And what is the time now?
This is 9:31, sir.
Good. Are you going to give me
Yes, sir.
some applaud and accolade, or what do you want us to do? I don't want to push this
Yeah.
program because we still have 4 people lined up that have not dealt with. And
Okay,
I
sir.
don't know whether people like Adewale will still raise questions. People like Chinozo or people like Azan will still ask me questions
Yes, sir, I have
that I will need
questions,
to
sir.
defend.
Yes,
Whether
I
I
have a
will
lot
need
of
to go and
questions, sir.
bring out my PN Okeke or Ababio to answer them, or modern biology. Omowumi, back to you.
Okay, sir.
There was once a time during my mock session, a lady said, I don't have funding and I don't know anybody in the US, and I don't know how I'm going to get funding. Do you know my advice to that lady?
What was your advice?
I said, stage number 1, you need to be pregnant before you can give birth. Why not deliver this pregnancy or visa interview first? And we kept on pushing the mark, we kept on doing it, we kept on getting better. Lo and behold, this lady got visa.
Wow.
She's a lady
Without
like you.
funding.
Yes. It's not without funding. She said the parents cannot even afford the sponsorship, as in the funding, to pay for the school fees. This story I'm telling you is more than 3 years ago. Today, this same lady is a graduate from the United States, one of the top schools.
Wow.
Let me ask you a question. Somebody graduated from Abuja, somebody from Unzuka, somebody from Ekpoma, somebody from Unilag, somebody from Uniosun, somebody from Yabatek, somebody from Covenant, somebody from RON, somebody from Federal University of Technology, Akure. Tell me, what is the difference in all of these schools?
There's no difference. The only difference is the location.
Geographical location. The
Yes.
same thing happens in the United States. If you put your brain at it and you learn, you can even go discover that those that have even gone to Ekpoma or Uniosun, they are way better than the so many people that have gone to the so-called acclaimed Jim universities. So, if you have not been given funding, is that the only school that will give you funding? Get your visa approved first, and after that, you proceed, get to the US. When you get to the school, you can decide to cross to another school with cheaper funding. Yes, you can cross to another school, not even with cheaper funding alone. You can decide to split your course. That because of one thing, orí ń fọ́ ọ̀tá wọn, pé kí yálà ya wọn má lọ ya wèrè, kó má lọ lárùn ọpọlọ. Ó ti yí ẹ mo ṣe yí òun yẹn padà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ afẹ́fẹ́ la wà. Apologies, my people. Èmi mọ̀ pé Google Voice ò tí ì lè gbọ́n tó yẹn. Wàá dẹ̀ dọ́gbọ́n sí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá ti dọ́gbọ́n sí. Ó ti wọlé ná, wọn lè lé ẹ padà tó bá ti ṣìwà wò. That is just the logic behind the whole story. Okay? Information is power. Information is power when you rightly apply it. They will not want you to go because you have the brain. They will not want you to go because they need you. The things we are going through in Nigeria, I can bet it with you. If Americans were located where Nigeria is, they will rule the world forever. What did I say? They will rule the world forever. Now, what about Canada? They live in a place whereby you have snow for most part of the year round. You used to see it on YouTube, don't you? You see snow covering a whole car up. You see the whole road blocked. How do they move? How do they get out of their homes? Have you ever experienced such a thing like that in Nigeria? No. So if America can survive where they are, if Canadians can survive where they are, what about having such a wonderful weather as this in Nigeria? Look at the abundance of River Niger that we are wasting away. Imagine that God is just looking at us and we are a bunch of comedy to the Almighty God. If there's anything like that we are a bunch of comedy to the Almighty God. Because with the abundance of resources available in Nigeria, we cannot properly coordinate and ensure that we have abundance of food supply. Go and look at Israel. How much do they have? They are feeding how many? Look at the apples from Israel. You will know that kaki no be leather. Well, those are stories for another day.
Thank you, sir.
Chibuike, Chibuike Obijuru, you say we didn't hear that. Oh, pity us. Please, I cannot follow the story. Can you quickly elaborate and throw more light, please? Is he here? Chibuike, please go ahead. Can you please throw more
Good evening.
light?
Good evening, sir. It's when you are speaking Yoruba. Oh.
Those are spiritual language. Those are spiritual language. You know, there's a man called Jesus Christ at the time. He told his people, he said, power belongs only to who? They say when the Holy Spirit is come upon you, you will minister to different people. That message is for some people. And
In
that is
tongues.
the only language they can understand. But if the message is for you, you will understand it. Take it or take it.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
You are most welcome. Omowumi, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good morning, documents, please.
Yeah, my documents.
Mistake number 1. Just the same way Uche Steve made a mistake. Somebody said, good morning, documents. Otufi, please see. Say, good morning, documents, please. You only say, here are my documents. Just approve my visa and let me go. Whether I greet you or no greet you, no concern me. You don't know the day your simple courtesy will count. I would have loved to say another story, but I just want to somebody go to the embassy and the person said, today is a wonderful day for me. Long and short, the person's visa was approved. Imagine, under 2 minutes. Today is a good day for me. And they didn't even ask the person all those questions that the king of Owambe will be asking, saying, are you a lesbian? And tell me about your cultural one thing. I know Adewale will be saying, oh, I wish I am the one. We are back. Good morning, documents, please.
Good morning, Gedia.
Why are you here?
I'm going for my master's in nutrition and food science at Wayne State University, Detroit, Michigan. My research work is focused on enhancing nutritional intervention.
Why are you here? You say you are going. Say it be nothing
I'm here
certificate.
for an interview.
Now here then
from
they
the
certificate.
master's. I'm here for
Please,
an
these
interview
are the
for my master's.
these are the things you need to learn. Why are you here? You are here to attend your F1 visa interview to grant you legal access into the United States of America to study so and so. Full stop. You can see you missed those simple questions. So if the visa officer intends to ask you 5 questions, you have missed one already. And you have not even made him happy. And he will look at it that, at this level of your education, you don't even understand simple questions. I'm asking you A, you're asking me X, Y, Z. Why have you chosen this school?
University in USA, especially Wayne State universities, they have they offer specialization in my area of research interest. My research interest is focused on enhancing nutritional intervention for obesity and diabetes.
Look at the camera, not the screen.
I'm looking at the camera.
Oh, okay. I don't hear you.
Okay, for
I
obesity
said, look
and
at the camera. You are looking at the screen. You are telling me you are looking. You don't know that people that are watching you, they know when you are looking at the screen and when you are looking at the camera. There's a difference between the two. When you are not looking at the camera, we know. When you are looking at the screen, we know. Go ahead.
okay, so my research interest is focused on nutritional intervention for obesity and diabetes in Nigeria through functional food development.
What's your cost of attendance?
My cost of attendance is 46,000 US dollars.
Any deficit?
No, I don't have a deficit.
How do you intend to take care of this financial challenge?
My senior brother will be sponsoring my master's degree in the United States. He currently works as a senior chartered accountant in area robotics, and he sponsored my undergraduate ever since we lost our dad. He owns a business in Lagos, Nigeria, where that's ASAMI Events Management and Services, where they provide events management services, catering services, and rental services. And he also owns 2 landed properties
Do you
in
know that all
Brooklyn.
these stories you are telling us, you didn't tell us how much is any? They won't give you time to read all these epistles. That's one of the questions we are trying to explain to Adewale. You need to have a good story, fine, but the most important part of that story, the summary of the whole story, you must bring it first, then the later part. When newscasters, Siri Stober and the likes, when they cast news, you say, in other news, usually sport news is usually the last. But the day Nigeria won that World Cup, that was the news number one they aired. Omowumi,
Okay. So I can
my
repeat.
elder brother, who is so and so, is the MD CEO of this company, whom that makes an annual turnover of so and so, will be sponsoring my education. If the VO did not cut you at that stage, even if he caught you, you have given them an idea of that your brother is financially capable. They will never give you time to fully express yourself. And when we post transcript of what has happened in the embassy on the WhatsApp group, it is my pleasure to let you know that most of those people, definitely, it is not possible for them to repeat word for word what happened. But in as much as they are trying to tell us how the conversation went, they'll just see cut in. You might not understand what it means. So that means they have not finished expressing themselves before the visa officer decides to put a full stop and ask another question. So if in the process of saying, okay, he used to serve food, he used to serve drinks, you have not told us about how much he earns or how much he makes per annum. That is another minus again.
All right, sir. Can I
Permit me
repeat
to
that?
cut you short in all these ways so that it's going to be a lesson for others. I know majority are here, hoping that I will ask them to drop their email. I'm not asking anybody to drop email. I'm not sending anything to anybody's email anymore. Whoever wants to learn, stay in the meeting and learn. Go to my YouTube page and learn. And for those that are really serious, you will put your name and you'll be interviewed. We'll start and take it from the top again. Are you ready, Omowumi?
Yes, I'm ready.
Please remember to be confident, honest, and clear in your answers. Please, so that then whatever specific examples you have from your experiences, you give it. All right?
All right.
Why do you want to study this course in the United States?
This course, nutrition and food science, would allow me to return back to my home country, Nigeria, to take up the role of a faculty member where I'll be taking undergraduate student and postgraduate student courses in nutrition and food science. And in the long run, I'll be setting up a consulting firm where I would that would allow me to give counseling in nutritional advice on for
When
people
did
that
you finish your first degree?
I graduated from Federal Polytechnic of Akwara State, where I had food tech from the Department of Food Technology.
What year?
2020.
What have you been doing since 2020?
As one of the best graduating students in my department, I was offered the role of an research assistant, where I take undergraduates and help in sorting out their research works.
You are not speaking as if you are confident in what you are doing. Can't you speak like me? Can't
I
you
can
just copy and paste? No. Just copy and paste. You to do shakara for me. Now let me go to buga everybody. Somebody should be able to rise and say, the king of Owambe, me too, I want to talk like you. You ask me a question, I give it back to you just the way you are giving it back to back. Do you have any plan to stay in the United States?
No, I don't have any plans to stay in the United States.
Your purpose, your primary purpose is to study and not to immigrate. You put it simple as ABC. Do you have any family in the United States of America?
No, I don't have any family in the United States. All my families are here in Nigeria.
Why did you choose this university?
University of Wayne State University, they offer specialization in my research interest, and upon my research, I found out that Dr. Zhao's research work perfectly aligned with my research He's currently working on exploring novel bioactive food components for individuals with obesity and diabetes. And
How
him
will
and
you
his,
maintain ties to your home country while studying in the United States?
while studying in the United States, I'll be with the use of social media, I'll be getting in touch with my family and my current place of work. I'll be telling them about the program and the experience I'm getting
What's
so
the
far.
essence of that question? Omowumi, can you tell us what is the essence of the video asking you that question? Have you ever thought about it? Because I can see you are copying and pasting the answer that was recommended to another person. Can you tell us the essence of you maintaining communication with your home ties? And you said the use of social media. You can't even say with telephone. That your GSM waiting, not be to say hello to it.
Okay, so I feel that this question is asked so they will know if I have the mindset of coming back to my own home country.
One of the reasons behind the question, you are correct. So, what are the other reasons?
So, and they want to know if I'm coming back.
What about you saying, I plan to stay connected with family and friends, and especially my place of work, through regular communication. And I also intend to join the cultural organization on campus to stay engaged with my heritage.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay, that's fine, sir.
Do you have any job lined up upon successful completion of your studies?
Yes, like I said earlier, I'll be returning back to my home
Thou
country.
shalt not say that word, like I said earlier. Don't say that word, please. You know the interpretation in your mother tongue. Interpret it in your mind. And imagine you are telling an elderly person like that. You know they will not like it. Ayomikun don't talk. Adewale don't say a word. So enjoy Bitunde. Don't just keep mute like that, please. Should I call Akinwale Kende to interpret it for you? Like I said earlier. Please. You just kick off when they ask you, upon successfully completing my studies, then you go from there. All right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, do you have any job lined up upon completion of your studies?
Upon the completion of my master's in nutrition and food science, I'll be returning back to my home country to take up the role of a faculty member. We have been taking undergraduate and postgraduate student courses in nutrition and food science. And in the long run, I'll be setting up a consulting firm where I can educate individuals with obesity and diabetes on functional food development. Then in Nigeria, we have 21 cases of people that are overweight, 12 million cases of people that have obesity, and most of them struggle
That
to
are obese, not that are obesity.
that are
Obesity is the
obese.
disease, sort of. Then the effect of the obesity is the obese they are experiencing.
Okay, so 12 millions of people that are obese, and most of these individuals struggle to get costs associated with meeting doctors, that's doctors visits or medical treatment. So this course would allow me to introduce the functional food development for people that cannot go for medical treatment. This course would allow me to give them advice on functional food development.
What would this course do for you?
So this course
So
would
you don't start a sentence like that. You are speaking to an Englishman. He can get angry that you are even speaking his language wrongly. And you come around and tell me that they shouldn't make IELTS compulsory for you when you are not speaking their language correctly. That shouldn't be, please. What would this course do for you?
upon completion, I think you're still asking me the same questions. Sorry,
Because your answer, you are saying so. I want you to eliminate so. You don't start the answer with so. I want you to eliminate those things. That's why I'm trying to ask. I should have moved on to other questions and just forget it. You just say Otilo. Should I do Otilo for you?
No.
Okay. Can you describe your academic background and how it has prepared you for your chosen field?
I graduated from Federal Polytechnic of Akwa State, Nigeria, where I studied food technology with a CGPA of 3.64 on a scale of 4.0. This I had nutrition and food science as part of the courses which I had interest on. So this course would allow me to further. It's going to explore me to novel bioactive food components on taking care of people with obesity and diabetes through functional food development, which I'm going
How
for.
do you plan to manage your time effectively in the United States academic environment?
I haven't searched for the academic calendar. So during summer period, I'll be exploring the United States, meeting friends, and during school hours, I'll be going to the library to.
During school hours, you'll be going to the library. When you're supposed to be in class, you'll be going to the library.
I mean, after classes, I'll be going to the
What
library.
you said is what I'm interpreting for you. During school hours, you'll be going to the library.
So after classes, I'll be going to the library to make research on my course.
What are your plans after graduation?
Upon completion of my master's in nutrition and food science, I'll be returning back to my home country, Nigeria, to take up the role of a faculty member. And in the long run, I'll be setting up a consulting firm where I will offer specialization for individuals with obesity and diabetes. Because in Nigeria presently, we have cases of 21 million of people that are overweight, 12 million of people that are obese, and 4.7 million of people with diabetes. So this would allow me to give them advice and counseling on the functional food development.
I'll be approving your visa.
Thank you, sir.
Sanjoy Bitunde, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Honorable. Yes, I'm happy that you come from the school I graduated to. I graduated from Federal Polytechnic of Akwa, but we are an ancestor, maybe in 2005. Yes, the other time you were asked about your funding, I didn't understand that please very well. You said your COA is $47,000 or something.
$1,000.
Yes, and you didn't have a deficit, but you are worried about the scholarship the other time.
No,
I think correctly.
I don't have any funding, so my CO is $46,000. My tuition fee is 6, then living expense altogether is 46.
Well, this is yes. What I want to know is the viewer asked you what is the deficit? That is, what are you left to pay? You say you don't have any deficit. So far, you don't have any scholarship, and you don't have any other maybe fellowship or assistantship. The deficit should be the whole COA.
Okay.
Yes. So you now state how you will pay, how you be sponsored or you cover the deficit. So that's my own take. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sanjoy. Do we have any other comment? Adewale, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Yeah, please, sir, I want to know, like, for instance, now she has a deficit of $46,000 and everything. At that point, the VO question will it be that they will request her to present a proof of fund or a statement of account to evidence that she can fully
Let me
cover
ask
the
you a
children.
question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If I am the visa officer, I
Yes,
can
sir.
decide to approve it. Shebi, they can even give you visa. If you get there, you must be doing something. If you didn't report to the school, the visa will be automatically withdrawn and they can track you. Do you know that?
Hmm.
Do you know that you'll be given an ID card? For majority, is Dennis here? Dennis Awoshika. Dennis Awoshika, good. Do you know that the gadgets that you merchandise, they can dictate all those microchips embedded in cards?
Yes, sir.
Your iPhone, for instance, if you have like an ATM, there's a microchip in an ATM that you can scan. So if that microchip is there is advanced technology to tell you the precise location of that thing. So you'll be given a card like that that can track you.
That's the next issue.
Whether you like it or yes. So tell me where you want to hide. Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, sir.
So when they give you something like that, when they ask you, or when you say, okay, your deficit is 46,000 US dollars, they can decide not to ask you. They can also decide to ask you. I have seen somebody that they go to the embassy and they say, okay, why are you going to the US to study so and so? And they say, the next question is, you are not qualified for this. Have you heard of that incident? That happened some days ago at a particular embassy. I won't mention the name for safety and security reasons. Adewale, you are surprised. They asked the
I'm
student,
surprised. Yes.
why are you going to the US? I'm going to study so and so in the US. Guess what? Should I blow your mind also? The
Yes, sir.
I-20 is inside the passport, and this guy never opened the I-20. Now, before you can get your I-20, you must have shown the school the evidence of financial commitment that you are capable to pay their school fees. Yes or yes?
Yes, sir.
Now, what will you do if the visa officer says that student is not qualified? So there are some mysteries that we need to unravel. At this point, I'll be approving your visa more with me, Deborah. I wish you all
Sorry,
the
sir, I
best
would like
to
to
go to
ask
the
a
United States
question.
of America. Pardon?
Thank you, sir. I would like to ask a question.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Concerning my COA, that's my deficit. Now my brother is sponsoring me, and he makes an annual income of $50,000. He earn in dollars. So I'm presenting a dollar account. And okay, now I'm saying at his place of his current place of work, he's earning 50,000 US dollar. Then also he has a personal business where he earn 60,000, 60 million naira. But it's not reflecting, all the money is not reflecting in his bank statement except for the area robotics earning. I don't know if that makes sense or something.
It is my pleasure to let you know that the annual income and your school fees is how will I put it? The annual income and your school fees are not something to either butter your head with. Now,
Okay.
do you know that it is not now or last month that your brother started working? Have you thought about that? No.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that even though your brother's statement of account is not reflecting all those, what about the other investments that are yielding and are bringing money? Now, when he's making more money, he decides not to keep the money so that he can invest again and make more money. Have you
Sir.
thought about it from that perspective?
Yes, sir.
Now, so if he's constantly reinvesting this money, that means his turnover will continually be on the what? On the increase.
Yeah.
So will he be able, if you are able to justify your case, you must be able to know how to marshal your point. That's why I say you will not see me coming as the king of Owambe. So when they bring you the question from the underground, you use your leg to mash it down. When they come from your left hand, you use that shield as a soldier, as that army in those days, that shield, you use it to smash it. And when they come from your right hand, use that sword to attack it. And when they come from the up, you react to it like an abijawara. You'll be all round prepared. You'll be all round prepared, and when they come, you are definitely going to have a way. Let me call upon Azan. No, somebody was, is it Chibuike that was raising his hand before Adewale? Somebody was raising his hand before Adewale. Please, can you unmute and
Yes,
speak?
I was the one. I was the one that raised now.
Please go ahead. Yeah, Chibuzo. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, she has answered the question because I was trying to tell her to, because I was thinking that the brother will give her the details in Naira, not dollars, but she said it's in dollars. So I wanted her to say her brother makes maybe 50 million or 200 million per year, and it is equivalent to so and so in dollars in her statement, but she has said it already.
No, what she said is not similar. She said the brother has two different employment. One gives a return of 50,000 US dollars. The other one gives 60,000. Is it 60 million?
Yeah, 60
Nigerian
million.
money. Yes, there are two different jobs. It's not the same job, please.
Okay, then
But
she needs
I'm only
to turn,
presenting.
you need to turn everything to dollars so that the person understands you.
No, I'm only presenting a statement of account of $50,000.
No worries, no problem.
Okay.
I'm just letting
Adewale,
them know that's another business.
and it's good. You need to say it.
Okay.
Adewale, over to you, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think I'm in a precarious situation too. The same situation Omon is currently in is what I'm currently facing too. You know, I've had divergent opinions on how to go about it, which I'm still very much uncertain. For some persons, they said I should go with proof of funds, that I have to go with statement of bank. Sorry, statement of bank account. Now I want to ask you, sir, is it, if I'm going to the embassy, on the day I'm going to the embassy, am I required to go with the statement of account I submitted before to receive my I-20? Is it the same statement of account I'll be going to the embassy with? Or can it even be best avoided, like not going with it at all, just to prevent
You are
some?
required to go with a statement of account that approximately ends a week before your embassy appointment date. 6 months. Definitely, the one for your I-20 reception cannot be tenable, because from the day you get your I-20, you start booking or trying to book appointment for the embassy. Certainly, you are going to have months interval. Ayomekun, speak.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, concerning that bank statement part, sir. The bank statement we use for the I-20, is there a way that the school will send it on to the embassy for verification? You know, most times people, sir, you should understand what I'm saying, sir. So I won't expatiate more. And then on the day of the interview, an actual bank statement is being brought to the embassy. So now, will the consular verify the one being used for I-20 and also with the one the person is holding at the embassy, sir?
God bless you so much, Mr. Azan, for that question.
I don't understand your question. Is it that you are saying, is it that the school will send the bank statement to, or okay, Chibu, you can please speak so that I answer everybody once.
Please let me
Okay.
let me help these two young men, sir. Adewale has been running around the bush since. He doesn't want to hit the nail by the head. So the thing now is,
Please help me, my brother.
so the thing now is, okay, I cannot speak my adage. You will not hear me. Okay, let me just be plain somehow. Okay, some of us they dabble some kind things.
Okay.
Get our
Don't loud it more than that.
yeah,
Understood. Yeah.
get
Okay.
our
Let me take it from there.
thank you.
At
Yes,
this
sir.
junction, if you are going to the embassy, you are going with a fresh statement of account that has the money you require in it. If your school fees is 20,000 US dollars, the account you are going with must have had transactions that is more than that value in it. The current account balance must be more than your school fee, because it is assumed that this person that is sponsoring you might have just this as the only source of livelihood. And the fact that they are not going to pay all your school fees at once, does that mean they shouldn't have any money anywhere else? So you must have a fresh statement of account that would definitely and certainly give you an edge to gain your visa. I hope I have made myself clear. You need a fresh statement of account that has the value. If you are going to school with like Omowumi, the budget is 46,000 US dollars, your account statement must be more than 46,000 US dollars. Even though the 40 US dollars paying it at a go, but you must have money that is more than that in the account statement you are presenting. I would like to call upon Abdul Baki Isa. Is he around?
Mr. Prince, sorry, sir. Sorry that my question is getting too much. Just to be blunt again,
we are here to learn.
Yeah, just to be blunt again, like for someone like me now, that's probably just like my older brother said, Mr. Chibuki, you doctor this thing, and then is it
Adewale
safe to even, is it yeah. All right, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, mobile. Yeah, so you did this thing, and then can you go with the exact stuff that you did to
the one you
embassy?
use in presenting, listen, the one you use in presenting in getting your I-20, you can't use it because the date differential is there. That is the point. It will no longer be tenable. If you go and look at the embassy requirement, it states that a fresh one with this date range, probably you got your I-20 last year, December, or this year, January. This is May. You are just going for interview next week. Is it that I-20 that you printed, that you submitted to the school around October last year, that you just be presenting now? No. You need a new account statement. Fresh one is what you need. Okay? I hope I've made myself clear. I've called Abdul Baki. Isa is Chibuzo. You are up next. Sonjoy Bitunde, please speak.
Yes, I will advise Adewale to get in touch with you privately. This thing is going on YouTube. So
thank you very much.
We have to be very careful.
Chibuzo, Nwane, we are waiting for you, please.
Yes, I'm here.
You are not here because we can't see your...
Okay, let me share my screen.
You don't need to share your screen. Just activate your camera.
Sorry, my camera. I've just activated it. It's coming. Hey, sorry, let me remove the eyeglass.
Salami, he said get in touch with me, not him. My number is there. My number is there in front of that YouTube link. Let me pin it. Good. My brother from another mother, you have been listening to all the conversations since morning. Chibuzo, how you be?
Yeah, I'm okay, sir. And you?
You're okay, but you're not smiling. What's the problem?
I'm
Madam
okay.
the vex.
No, you know the vex.
Wetin come dey happen? Naija too hot.
Naija too much, you know the small thing. They can't, no man no talk too much. This thing you go for YouTube.
It is well. It is well. It is well. Good morning, documents, please.
Good morning. Here are my documents.
Why have you decided to go for a master's degree and not a PhD degree?
Actually, I'm going for a PhD in petroleum engineering at the Texas Tech University in the United States.
Why PhD?
I hold a bachelor's degree and master's degree in petroleum engineering with excellent grades, and I've been doing research as well. And during this time, I've seen that I still need more advanced knowledge in this field, and going for a PhD degree at the United States will give me advanced knowledge in petroleum engineering so that I'll be able to be successful when I return to Nigeria and take up my job as a senior lecturer at the Federal Polytechnic Nekede in Nigeria.
What do you know about your university research in your field of interest, and how do you see yourself contributing?
One of the research that is ongoing now at Texas Tech University is that of hydrogen, the research on hydrogen storage, hydrogen research, sorry. And actually, I am involved in that research because my current supervisor, Dr. Ping Wang Yong, had already won $1.6 million in research for this hydrogen research. Basically, we'll be doing in situ hydrogen generation from hydrocarbon reservoirs using electromagnetic catalytic heating. And this research, you know, the hydrogen that will be produced to the surface, while the carbon dioxide that is produced alongside it will be sequestrated downhole. The traditional method of doing this requires production of hydrogen at the surface, where when you produce hydrogen, for every ton of hydrogen that is produced, you produce about 8 tons of hydrogen, of carbon dioxide. And this is destroying our environment.
What is your cost of attendance?
My cost of attendance is $34,834. And I've also received research assistantship and waivers that covers my living expenses, tuition, and insurance.
Do you have any deficit?
No, I don't have any deficit. In fact, I have a surplus of $10,000.
How will you keep in touch with your home country while studying in the United States of America?
While studying in the United States of America, I will be in touch with my family and my workplace at Federal Polytechnic Nekede with the use of social media such as WhatsApp, Google Meet, and as well as Zoom. Keeping in touch with my family via this social media will make me know what is happening in my family, and I will not be missing them too much. Additionally, while keeping in touch with my workplace, I'll be able to be keeping abreast in what is happening in the office, so that when I return in Nigeria, I will not have issues getting up to speed of the happenings in the department.
Are your family not going with you? Your wife and children?
No, my family will be visiting during the long holidays.
I don't get them. I don't get you. I don't catch you. Now where I won't catch you, now I take catch you. Now the trap where I say, now where I set and I you take jump inside. Do not answer to that question with a no.
Okay.
Just simply say, my family will not be going with me now because the children are in school and my wife is not yet on annual leave. The annual leave is projected that towards Christmas. And fortunately, the kids will be on holiday, long vacation. And you project that by that time, you two will have settled in. It will be a good time for you to also have a little time to meet with your family. And by so doing, you'll be able to win the game. If you say no, that means even if your wife comes thereafter requesting for visa, the tendency for her denial will be high. That is what you have just said. That's what it meant.
Okay, I get that one now.
Are you
Thank you.
getting why we are always saying no? Don't answer that particular question with a no, but rather explain. My wife will not and kid will not be joining me now because the children are in full session in school and my wife's annual leave is not yet up and running. She or we have planned and projected that by the time the children are on holiday and she is on her annual leave, by so time, we have planned it to be around that Christmas Yuletide season that we'll be able to have time to bond together as a family. And we'll be able to visit 1 or 2 places when they come around. So I look forward to you helping to grant their visas.
Okay.
Your mind on the sweet now, Abi?
I don't feel that one now.
Cool. You don't subscribe to the YouTube page?
Yes, since now I even downloaded 2 of your videos already.
Good. Now there are 2 questions remaining. And this question, if you don't make me happy, I will follow you fight tonight. I hope, madam, they hear me. How do you plan to manage your time effectively in the United States academic environment?
Okay, I plan to manage my time at the US with the aid of Google Calendar and the school timetable. I'm going to set achievable time. I'm going to set achievable goals for myself and also set deadlines to achieve those goals so that I can be able to achieve them on time and effectively.
You have not answered that question very well. Please go and listen to the answers that relates to that one very, very well. Please.
I will do that.
How do you plan to adapt to the cultural differences in the United States of America?
In terms of language, the official language of Nigeria is English, and the course of instruction also is English language, and I'm proficient in English language, so I'll easily communicate effectively with the peoples of the United States. In terms of LGBTQ, I am straight, but I don't have any bias towards any gender. Additionally, in terms of weather, I've made sufficient provision for warm clothing as well as boots and cap to keep myself warm during the winter. I've also been in contact with the international office and they have assured me of accommodation that has good heating so that I'll be warm during the winters as well. And finally, in terms of food, most of the foods in the United States or most of the staple foods in the United States are also staple foods here in Nigeria, such as rice, beans, potatoes. And I'm that type of person that love trying new dishes. So I adapt
like yellow Gary. Like yellow Gary. You know, go mention that one.
Okay, and
I
also plan on carrying some local dishes along with me so that I will
local food material, not local dishes.
Okay,
Dish
local
now they
food
don't prepare the food.
Okay, local food materials that I will use
manage.
That will manage to slowly transit from our
Visa
local
approved.
dishes to
Visa
that of the
approved. Visa approved. Visa
Thank you so
approved. Visa approved. Do we have any question for him? No question, no objection. Visa approved.
I have a question.
And not for me now, now us. Now a question for us, all of us.
Yes, I have a question. If one received an acceptance from one university with full funding and the others, one told him that he should defer to another session before they can look at it and give him funding, and the other one gave a reject. So how do I answer if I'm asked, how many schools did you apply?
You applied to 3 schools, 2 gave you acceptance with funding.
Okay.
That's what you say. You say
Okay.
this funding is immediate and effective. They won't even ask you all those details. But the best way to answer is you applied to 3 schools, 2 gave you admission, and 1 did not. That's all. In fact, you don't even need to say 1 did not. 2 gave you admission, and you chose this one out of the 2. You can't go to these 2 schools at the same time, no matter how brilliant you are, because there'll be collision of interest, and you don't have the financial capacity to even do that. So that is the best way to answer the question.
And they will not be able to find out, will she?
No. They can find out. That's why there are some things you don't gamble. They cannot know how many schools you apply to until you tell them. And even if you tell them, they cannot go and verify because they don't have the luxury of time to go and be doing all those kinds of useless things. Yes. They don't bother their heads with such things. You applied to 3 schools, 2 gave you admission. Where are you going to? Mind you, let me say this. When you say you are going to Florida or Maryland or California or New York, your details will be tied to that school. And the school will definitely be communicating with the home office.
Yes.
With the immigration. So don't go ahead and say you want to go and sign up with another school. You need to collect clearance and transfer from one school to another. Please don't go and shoot yourself in the leg for anybody that you know. If you get to one school, you don't like that school, you want to transfer to another school, speak with the school management that you have requested and you have applied to another school and they've given you admission. So your service fee details and every other parameter can be transferred electronically to that school, and they'll be able to communicate to the home office so that your record will be updated. You know, Nigeria is an upcoming nation, so please have that at the back of your mind.
Okay, thank you so much.
I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has come to today, the 26th day of May 2024, attending this mock session. I want to say thank you very much for coming. If there are still information on the message box that you need to write out, please let me give you a minute to copy that out so that we will not end this meeting like that. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Salami Suleiman, you want to say something?
Yes, I do, sir. Good evening, everyone. So I just want to ask a question, and the question is about something. I already got a response from the school officer, but I thought to make further clarifications. So the situation is that I got the admission last year, and for some reasons I had to defer. This year the admission came back, and a new I-20 has been sent. So I asked the school if I have to pay a new service fee, and I was told that no, I don't. That they are maintaining the same service ID.
Yes.
So just to be on the side of caution, I thought to ask again.
You are safe. You are in order.
Okay.
You are safe.
All right,
You are in
thank you
order.
so much.
You are
Thank
most
you so
welcome.
much.
Ayomikun, the last person for today, please go ahead.
Sir, I was the one that messaged you, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I don't know if that question can be asked here or still on, sir.
Is it a personal, private question? If it's personal, we'll take it personally. You can call me 8 a.m. Nigerian time tomorrow, and we'll
Okay,
do
sir.
it. If it's personal and private, we don't discuss it on air, please.
Okay, sir. Personal, sir. So that will be tomorrow at 8 a.m. sir. Okay,
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I appreciate you and hope to see you very, very soon. Long live Nigeria, and God bless all the youth in Nigeria.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you. We
much, sir.
appreciate you.
Yeah, really
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Very much,
God
sir.
bless
Really
you, sir.
appreciate, sir.
Thank you for your
Me,
time.
all the students, Chibuzo,
Thank you too.
More
Hassan,
wisdom.
Adewale,
Sulaiman.
Suleiman, Azura,
Thank
Mercy,
you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ibrahim,
We really appreciate that.
We
Thank
are
you so
going to
much.
get
Grazie,
better.
Thank you.
We are going to get
Toriola, Itoya, Cynthia, Linda, everyone, my love, my regards, Chibuike, those that have come, those that are
Thank you so
left.
much, sir.
I want to say a big thank you, a big shout out. Rosemary, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we're able to appreciate you in person by bringing your favorite food to you.
One love, man. That is my.
We'll send you as soon
As
we come to you.
Thank you.
We'll bring it to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Cynthia, you said you learned a lot, but you didn't tell us what you learned now. You are just learning in silence, Abby. No problem. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Please, the video should be ready before 12 noon tomorrow, the 26th. God helping us, God sparing our lives. Nigerian time, 27th, should be ready. God helping us. Thank you very much. I hope you have finished copying your messages,
Thank you very much.
contacts. Thank you, and I wish